Are you ready?
It's gonna be a hot girl disco summer. I'm never doing that again. I apologize. Why did I do that? Here, let's fix it. Something cool. Are we live? Is this thing on? What is up, beautiful people? What is up, Fantasy Football Nation? It's your boy BDE, and I'm joined by two good friends. Sleaze can't make it right now because he's pickling his balls. I mean, sometimes people do weird shit, and hey, we're not judgmental. It's 2025. You could do whatever the frick you want. If you want to pickle your balls, by all means. But I'm joined by the guy who's usually been on this show every Saturday. He's been rocking out. He's got the greatest beard in fantasy football, and I'm very, very jealous. One of the co-hosts of the show, one of the goats of the show, Mr. Hoohames. And then we're joined finally, and I say finally, by one of my favorite content creators, but he's also my arch nemesis. We are bitter rivals, and it will be rivals until the very end. Now, when it matters and when it matters most, because right now he's kicking my ass in the Brainy Ballers rankings challenge. He's just doing way better. But when it matters most, and I'm telling you right now, the only thing that matters is fantasy football championships. He is number 2. I am numero uno. But one of my favorite content creators on the planet. The floor is yours, Joe. Please introduce yourselves to the folk. And I got a funny story for you after you're done introducing yourself.
Boys, girls, people of the world, what's happening? Joe Frick from the Fantasy Sports Advice Network. I'm their director of social media and good vibes, essentially. So if you see anything funny on Twitter, it came from me. If you see anything that wasn't funny, someone hacked the account and decided to take over for the day. I do 2 shows, one on Wednesday nights, my boy Drew Hannis with the Around the 412 Fantasy Football Show. Wednesday nights, 8:30, start sits. We do things like Fantasy Football Tinder. We do things like our Only Fantasy subscriptions for the week. So a lot of good content there. And then on Friday nights from the forum with Tyler Bradley and friends, as always, doing a live Q&A show every Friday night, 10 p.m., live in the Cleveland area, but I'm from Pittsburgh, as you might have guessed with the backdrop behind me. But always a pleasure to be here. These two guys know their stuff. Sleaze, I respect the pickleball hustle. Frickleball is live and well here in Ohio. So good to be here. And yeah, man, ready to get weird.
I'm excited to get weird with you. Speaking of getting weird, I was trying to remember because I was going to incorporate the costume that you wore during the 24-hour draftathon, right?
Oh, but yeah, I still have it in here.
I couldn't remember if you were either a cow in a blow-up cow costume or fucking Santa Claus.
I did dress up as Santa Claus. Yeah,
I remember.
Jolly old St. Frickolas did make an appearance for the children. So, we definitely got after it.
Yeah, it just shows how much of a blur that entire evening was. But shout out to all of you beautiful people watching us. Shout out to all of you beautiful people supporting us. We are going to answer all of your start-sit fantasy football questions. You got trade questions. We got you guys. Anything and everything. Head over to the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel. Smash a like, subscribe. Leave your questions in the comment section here. We got a couple questions set up first. But as always, if you guys make a contribution or become a member, your questions always get bumped to the top. So shout out to Carlos for 1, becoming a new member. 2, for donating a Big Draft Energy membership. Generally appreciate that, buddy. His question is, and we'll all take a moment to answer the ones that are on supers, and then if the chat starts getting crazy, we'll start taking turns where everybody goes one at a time. But Carlos asks and says, I need 2 in the flex, full PPR, 1 Jennings, QJ, or Manungai. So I'll start with you, Joe, because when I asked you who you want on the thumbnail today, you said Kyle Manungai. So the floor is yours, brother. Start 2 in the flex, full PPR.
Yeah, absolutely. So Kyle Manungai, the fun guy, 7th round dude who was brought up, I believe, first by you, Disco, actually, way back in the draft process, way before all of this hype came to play. We've already seen the 50% split in this offense. Great matchup against the Giants. They're allowing the most points in fantasy football in PPR formats in the last 3 weeks to running back. So even if Swift is able to go, there's a lot of things that are uncertain. He has the injury issue that he got back from last week. He had a personal issue, missed practice yesterday, so we don't really know what's going on there. Manungai, easy start for me. Now, if we look at these 2 other players, they are kind of the same in the way that they get deployed in a sense, meaning that they have great work against man-to-man defense. You can see Juwan Jennings, he's one of the best players in terms of the differential between targets that he gets in full man versus what he gets in zone. I believe he has a 15% increase in passing attempts like thrown his way when it's man-to-man coverage. QJ is very much the same player in the sense that he's a man beater. He's always doing well there in the zones. It kind of is more of a Ladd McConkey and a Keenan Allen type of situation. They added in Oronde Gadsden. He's been more of a player there. That being said, the Steelers, they are a bend not break defense. They rely on turnovers and they allow players to kind of rack up the yards. I do think that QJ is going to be the better player out of the two. The Steelers, they're allowing over 50 points per game in the last 3 weeks to the wide receiver position. I think it's going to be a big game for the Chargers. Maybe they don't score a ton, but they're going to be racking up the yards. I'm really high on the Justin Herbert passing completions prop this week. So give me QJ and Monangai.
I respect it. Who Crew? I haven't heard from you in a while. Hello, my friend. We meet again. Yeah. It's good to see you.
Yeah, it's been a couple days now.
Yeah.
I think Monangai is a definite start, and I do think it's kind of a toss-up between the other two. I don't really have a lean. I've been picking up some Juwan Jennings in the daily stuff, but QJ is also not on that slate. So
yeah. So you're going.
I think I lean Juwan, but I have less information than Jim does, so he's probably right.
Okay, yeah. My lean is definitely Kyle Monangai and Quentin Johnston. Okay. When Kyle Monangai, like definitively, like we're not even going to argue if Swift plays or not. He still has one of the best matchups in football, and we saw what he did last week. He was absolutely dominant. This is almost as good of a matchup. It is a fantastic matchup. So definitely very bullish on him, and I'm very in on your guy, my guy, Kyle Monangai. Now, when it comes between Quentin Johnston and Juwan Jennings, they're both kind of the same player. Quentin Johnston, Juwan Jennings, these guys are deep ball threats. They're both high ceiling upside guys. So when we're looking at this match, this week in the slate, if you want to play a guy with high upside, it's got to be a plus matchup. And when you're looking at X production against the Pittsburgh Steelers, they have hemorrhaged fantasy production on a weekly basis. That's how everybody was able to project that Alec Pierce was absolutely going to explode and dominate last week. And I've spoken to Debro, and we both agreed when looking at the splits, Quentin Johnston's O's in the X. He is in the vacant area where we constantly see those explosive, productive touchdown chunk plays that go against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So unequivocally, I'm leaning with Quentin Johnston here, even though they both have similar upside on a weekly basis. It's just Quentin Johnston has a far superior matchup.
Yeah. Shout out Darius Slay. Please retire.
Oh, absolutely. Wandell, love him. All right, Frankie Bender. This is a member from our Discord community, the guys' Patreon Discord community. And if you guys have the chats up, just please let me know if we get a super so I could stop what I'm doing and pull up your question. All right, Frankie Bender says BTJ out, start one, not PPR, Juwan Jennings, Khalil Shakir, Parker Washington from the Discord. Hoohames, I'll let you go first, buddy.
I am Jennings. I actually kind of like Jennings this week.
Yeah, I don't mind Jennings. I think they're going to have to air it out to keep up in that matchup. I would say Jennings probably gives you the most upside in a pretty decent matchup, even though the front seven is absolutely terrifying for the Los Angeles Rams. Their back end, their defensive backs, bunch of marshmallows. So it's going to be easy pickings once Mac Jones doesn't get killed. So give me Juwan Jennings. I think he's going to have a couple explosives. I like him a lot this week. What about you, Fricky?
Yeah, I'm with you. The one thing I will say about Parker Washington, though, there's a lot of people that are fading him this week because of the matchup with Houston. He's going to be their slot guy in week 10. He probably won't be rest of season, but essentially they said Jacoby Myers, you can't get him up to speed this week playing the slot. There's just too much intricacies in the offense. So he's going to be the outside guy. He's going to be on Stingley Island. Stingley doesn't touch the slot ever. So Parker Washington in a PPR format, I like a lot. Weirdly, I didn't realize this until yesterday. Trevor Lawrence is second in passing attempts in the league and has nothing to show for it.
Yeah,
So
it's pretty egregious. I was one of the biggest Brian Thomas truthers in the offseason. Hey, sometimes we missed. The process was there, but the quarterback wasn't. Yeah, so I will say one thing and one thing only. I am higher on De'Ami Brown than I am on Parker Washington coming into this week.
yeah, but I think it's more of a you're gonna get potentially 1 week out of him, and then people are gonna be like, oh, maybe it's not that bad. Like sell immediately. In non PPR though, that becomes less relevant. So
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So we wrote some questions from the Patreon here, and then we'll catch up with everybody moving forward. So far, so good, guys. If you guys are part of the 50 plus people watching us over on X, head over to the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel, smash a like, subscribe, turn the bell notifications on, because once again, guys, there's a game tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. and who knows, you might get like a late Jalen Warren situation again. We don't want to miss that. So stay up to date with all the information that's happening. Lock in, bring your questions in. We got you guys. All right. So question number one from Patreon, the Discord, PPR format, Tez Johnson or Christian Watson. Who do you got, Frick?
you know, I didn't think that Christian Watson was going to have relevance at all this season, just with the injury and all that stuff. The number of players that they have that are wide receiver twos on the team, drafting a wide receiver in the first round, but the highway is kind of opening up for him to continue to have like a bigger role. You lose Tucker Kraft. Matthew Golden has kind of been like invisible for that offense. I don't know what LaFleur is doing with him, but it's not how I would deploy a Matt Golden that I drafted in the first round. You have other people banged up. Wicks is not playing. So the matchup against New England this week, I think people are sleeping on that Buccaneers defense a little bit. I think it's going to be a low scoring game from both sides. The New England defense is solid. Tampa Bay has a pretty solid defense as well. I'm going to run with Watson here. I like the matchup just a smidge more, and I think that they will use him over Dobbs, I think. So that's what I'm going to roll with.
Okay. Hoohames?
I'm also Christian Watson. I think that the Bucks will try to find a way to get Tez over there. Christian Gonzalez, kind of like what Atlanta did with Drake London, avoiding Gonzalez and letting Igbuka cook on the other side.
Yeah, I'm going with Christian Watson for sure. Like you look at where the Philadelphia Eagles are weak defensively, and it's against the X wide receiver. Once again, they run man defense at the at the second highest clip, over 50% of their snaps, and they give up a lot of production to the shifty, fast wide receivers. I want to like Matthew Golden or I want to like Christian Watson. It's a similar situation to the question above between Jennings and QJ. You want to play with upside. I always try to give the lean to the upside with a plus matchup. They give up the 8th most fantasy points on a weekly basis to the X position, just over 21. So 70% of the fantasy production that we see against the Philadelphia Eagles comes against the X position. That's where Christian Watson's been lining up. Him and Matthew Golden been split in snaps there. So yeah, that's who I like. All right, number 2.
You got a super.
Oh, I got a super? Sweet.
Yeah.
Hello, Jared Fortin. Good to see you. He says, need to Henderson, Vidal or Monty or Romeo Dobbs rest of season. First and foremost, thank you so much for supporting the dream. Generally appreciate you leaving the super here. Goes a really long way, man. Thank you. So I'll start by saying I love Travion Henderson rest of season. He has a fantastic schedule rest of season. Romeo Dobbs is tough because it's such a volatile situation there with all the receivers. Montgomery, he's tough because he's the RB2 in that offense, and he has a decent schedule. Vidal, I'm definitely out on because of Marion Hampton's going to come back. So rest of the season, Vidal is kind of somebody I'm not interested in. So right now it's between Monty and Dobbs. I think I like the quality of targets that Dobbs gets, but I like the quality of touches that Monty gets behind a formidable offensive line. So my answer is Henderson and David Montgomery. Hoohames?
I agree.
Fricky.
Yeah, I mean Vidal is definitely not. I'm trying to like read this question if that's like, is Do supposed to be someone else? Like, are these two questions? Like, I need 2 out of the 3 running backs, and then
Oh shit, I didn't even realize that. Yeah, please clarify that for us, Jared. Okay, please. And if you guys are watching us on X, thank you so much for tuning in and watching us. We will answer all questions exclusively on the YouTube side. It costs you nothing to subscribe, and it helps us out a heck of a lot. So head over to the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel. Smash a like, subscribe. It takes 2 seconds to create an account if you don't have one. All right, next question from the Patreon, our Discord, the guys FF, where I partnered up with my business partner Sleezbomb, who's too busy pickling his balls to be here with us. Second question is Wandell, PPR format, Flex One, Wandell, Jordan Mason, or Zach Charbonnet. Frick, you're up.
Man, you can't play Jordan Mason right now. With Aaron Jones being in the lineup, with him not having any role in the passing game whatsoever, you're banking on him and really Charbonnet both falling into the end zone in order to have relevance. At best, they're going to get about 60 yards, which in PPR, you can catch 5 screens RJ Harvey style and be doing more than they do with much more limited snaps. Wandell has been the target machine in New York. They also been using Theo Johnson a decent bit, but they don't have a lot of options in that receiving room. Full PPR, to me, Wandell's the easy choice.
I agree.
Yeah.
For all the reasons that you alluded to as well. I agree. Wandell, Hoohames?
I fully agree. He clarified, by the way. Jared did. DK Metcalf or Dobbs rest of the season.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Two of the
it's Henderson and DK Metcalf.
Well, no. So he needs 2 out of Henderson, Vidal, Monty, and then is it DK or Dobbs rest of season?
It was 2.
So Vidal we don't want, and DK we want.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you for the clarification, everybody. Everybody, thank you so much. All right, Hoohames. This is another question from the Discord. It says Bills defense, special teams, or Rams defense or special teams this week.
Man, that's tough. I have them pretty close. I would probably go with the Rams because I know they're going to get pressure. I know they're going to do some things. Mac Jones is throwing several interceptions already this season. Like they score points, but he does have turnovers. So yeah, I think I would lean Rams.
Joe Frick?
I get scared playing against intelligent coaches. I have the Rams as a top 10 matchup this week, but Miami is just so dysfunctional right now that I would prefer to take like the safer floor with the defense than like the Rams, like who I'm said, that is definitely like a high upside play. I'm just risk averse on defense because it's like, just don't get me any negatives and I'll live with whatever happens.
I respect that. I'm with you. Give me the Buffalo Bills. The first game was competitive. I don't anticipate the second game will be competitive between the Bills.
I actually need to switch gears because I think DFS I'm shooting for ceiling. So yeah, and so they are correct. It is Bills. If you're doing like a head-to-head style thing, I would flip that.
I think that is a good call though to say like, hey, like if you're shooting for like a lineup win or like in a DFS, like you want to, I would agree with you. Take the Rams on the upside. Bills is probably going to be a safe like 6 points.
Yeah,
definitely. So I will say this. We do have this thing called stand on business. If anybody says something that you disagree with and you want to, call them out on it, we play the stand on business thing. Chat, you guys can also get involved on a stand on business as well. Just leave a super of any amount and we'll call the stand on business for you. And you just got to say who you want to stand on business. And we'll play the fucking stand on business clip. Here, I got it right here. All right, here's the stand on business clip. No, that's Disco. There it is.
Hold up. What did you just say? I'm going to need you to stand on business.
That just gives somebody on the panel opportunity to sit and stand on business and explain what they got to say and what they said, especially if anybody calls them out. All right. So next question from the Discord says Garrett Wilson, Wandell, Olave, full PPR, start 1. I'll go first on this one. If Garrett Wilson's healthy, just based off of the volume, you want to start him. And if you look at the Cleveland Browns defense, yes, they're terrifying. Yes, they're scary, but not on the road. Like at home, they're like number 1 in terms of points allowed. Like they allow the least amount of points at home. On the road, they're allowing over 30 real football points. So give me Garrett Wilson here. I like Garrett Wilson a lot. He's going to get all the volume because that defense literally just traded away their 2 best assets. So it's going to be giving up a lot of points to a terrible offense. Hoohames?
I'm scared of the Jets this week. Like I think it's the smart play. I think it's a good play, but I'm personally scared of the Jets this week. But Garrett Wilson's just such a better player than the other 2. So I think you do go with him. I'm close on Olave, but I do think Wilson.
I respect it. And at the end of the day, man, like I will always give the lean to good players in good matchups. If they don't perform well in a plus matchup, that's on them. My process was freaking perfect. Their execution wasn't. Like I can't tell the future. I can only just lay out what the research tells me, right? At the end of the day. But yeah, it's not a me problem. Blame them. Go send them mean tweets. Please don't send players mean tweets. It's terrible.
I think the Jets are going to be behind a lot of this game too. So like Garrett, that's actually better for Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, I just worry about the time of possession. I feel like the time of possession may get out of hand with Quinshon Judkins and potentially Samson just controlling the time of possession. Yeah. Joe Frick, what you like here, buddy?
I'm with you. Garrett Wilson. The Browns play a significant amount of man-to-man defense, 37.7% in man-to-man, according to fantasy points data. And Garrett Wilson averages 0.98 points per route run. So if they're going to run 40% of the time in man, he should be able to rack up some points. So I think this is one of those things where you could overthink it. You're like, I don't know. He's come back for injury. Like Garrett Wilson's a dog for a reason. So play your dogs.
Yep, I like that. All right, next question from the Discord. Breece Hall or Travion Henderson full PPR? Ooh, I like this one a lot. Hoohames, go first.
I am honestly Travion. I know Breece is like I'm all about Breece all off season. I think I personally, and this is a field thing. It's not a numbers thing. And I mean the Browns are insane against the run. Like they've been insane against the run. So like with those two things combined, and Travion is really good out of the backfield. And they might not be able to run the ball, but he's been targeted a lot. So I'm actually Travion here.
Yeah, I have them ranked 18 and 19 this week, so it feels like a bit of a coin flip. I feel more comfortable with Travion's floor. Like Breece has like such a wild range of outcomes, and I don't know if y'all saw like all of the stuff at the end of the trade deadline where he basically was like, "I don't want to be here," and then like, "Do you want to be here?" And he's like, "I guess." And it's just like it's just a really weird vibe for me this week. I like
he kind of doesn't have a choice anymore. And like shame on the Kansas City Chiefs for not trading the poor guy away. I mean, he wanted out, and the Chiefs they could have got the asset, but he's a free agent at the end. So instead of giving up draft picks, he's a free agent at the end of the season.
I'm just ready for them to transition tag him. We know that if he keeps performing, I think they're going to transition tag him. That's why, I think he knows that. That's my theory.
So in my weekly rankings, I just pulled it up while we were speaking there. I got Henderson RB14 and I got Breece Hall RB18, and one of them has a plus matchup. And like Hoohames alluded to, the reason why it's a plus matchup for Travion Henderson is because of the receiving upside. Not only has he been productive as a receiver, but the matchup also indicates, especially against the Todd Bowles cover 2 defense, where they hemorrhage a lot of fantasy production and receiving production, especially in your betting books and your betting locks. They give up a lot of work in the receiving game, and I love Travion Henderson across the board. He's one of my most bet on guys, and he's one of my favorite DFS tertiary options to start this week in your DFS lineups as well. So Travion Henderson, no do to boot it. Shout out to Chester D. Good to see you, brother. He says Zacchaeus, Kirk, Golden, or Alec Pierce. Hoohames.
Ew. No, it's Alec Pierce. I don't like the Alec Pierce matchup, but he's live to spike any week. It's so hard to do anything with Golden and Christian Kirk. Like I can't trust Davis Mills yet. Like we've seen Davis Mills. He was good the first drive he came in and then kind of fell apart. It might be better after a week of practice, but I think I'm still Pierce. He's just
I do like the revenge game narrative that Sleaze brought up earlier in the week.
Yeah, I've heard that a few times.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think that narrative is enough for me to want to be bullish on this game. I think your floor play is Zacchaeus, and for all the reasons that I alluded to earlier, why it's a plus matchup for Christian Watson, Golden is your ultimate ceiling play with zero floor. So if you need to swing for the fences for some reason, Golden's your swing. But I think Zacchaeus is my answer here out of all the guys. Joe, do you have anything different?
I don't see how you can play Kirk or Golden. I trusted Mills one time, and it cost me a fantasy championship in a 2 QB league, and I've never forgiven him for that. Long neck, have an ass.
That's
Alec,
like the fourth time I've heard that in the 2
yeah.
days.
So Alec Pierce and Zacchaeus feel like the two standouts here. I think it just depends on what you need. If you need the floor, Zacchaeus. If you need the ceiling, Alec Pierce. I don't hate the matchup for Pierce with Atlanta. Pretty heavy in cover 3. I think he can expose that quite a bit. So should be a good time.
All right. Trade for Tet. All right, this is from Frosty. We'll go one answers each, and then each question, so we can catch up with the chat. Okay, so we'll go rapid fire here. This one is for you, Frick. Then we'll go who. Then we'll go me. Trade Tet for Judkins. Need RB help.
Do you want me to push the button for you? Yes, please make that trade. Judkins is going to continue to be the dominant player. Tet is a good guy tied to a bad quarterback. Like, go make that move now. You're going entirely off of Hopium, and that Bryce can figure it out. Maybe if he gets Davis Mills' neck, he'll be able to see over the offensive line and do things.
I love that you kept the Hopium from the 24-hour draftathon. I heard that from who it was Carla's husband. What was his name again? He was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. His name's evading me. I'm exhausted, but absolutely brilliant. And I will say this: if you haven't seen my rest of season schedule video or the most advantageous rest of season schedule, Judkins has one of the greatest rest of season schedules, plus in the fantasy football playoffs. Happy Sunday, gentlemen, says Bones. Shout out to you, Bones. Good to see you, and good to see you too, Frosty. Thanks for tuning in, brother. Alex Sevens, this one's for you, Hoohames. He says, hey, guys, this is my team for Week 10. What do you think? Drake May, James Cook, Quinshon Judkins, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Mecca Egbuka, a lot of Ohio State there. Love that. Trey McBride, Hendy, Henderson, Bench, JCM, Rome, Caleb Williams, Jennings, Woody, Wandell, Corum, Pierce. Any changes?
I think that's who I would start. If it's full PPR, you could think about Wandale over Henderson, but I think I'd probably keep Henderson in.
Oh, it's a good thing that I'm on the sticks here.
Hold up. What did you just say? I'm going to need you to stand on business.
Before you do this, it's Doug Orth.
Doug Orth, yes, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. That the Hopium was one of the greatest lines ever, and I'm glad that you brought that back up because I completely forgot about it. What a great analysis and just great person. So I'm asking you to stand on business here for the fact that you said Wandale over Rome. Why are you comfortable benching Rome? I personally would have Rome over Henderson. Why are you out on Rome this week? Is it because of what happened last week?
Has nothing to do with last week. And this is more of a feel thing again, but I don't trust Caleb Williams in a very cold weather environment and with supposed up to 30-mile-an-hour gust. Like, might snow. Like, I am scared of the weather in that game. We know that the Bears absolutely want to run the ball. All they want to do is run the ball. It is going to be the weather to run the ball. I would start both running backs before Rome, before DJ Moore, before Zacchaeus. I don't think, like, I didn't do it, but I was thinking about in the pick'em taking the Caleb Williams under on the passing. I think that's probably a pretty good thing. I'm just kind of out on that. And Wandale, like, because Rome will go further downfield and Wandale will be close. Like, he'll get all the really short stuff that is easier to do in that kind of weather.
I asked you to stand on business. You did. I did not consider the weather thing as a reason to fade it, but I'm not worried about weather. It's the NFL. I'm all in on Rome. I would swap out my guy Henderson. And guys, when you guys ask about Travion Henderson here in the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel, it's Henderson, not Henderson. Please address that moving forward, okay? All right, of course I get the Brian Thomas Jr. question. Frosty says, do you see BTJ having any sort of comeback towards the end of the season? I mean, I wanted him to get traded to Buffalo. I was looking forward to the trade deadline. I enjoyed those rumors. It was very exciting. I'm dying on the inside personally because of the Brian Thomas Jr. situation. I'm going to blindly always say that, yes, he has one of the highest upsides in football, but realistically, he has one of the least accurate quarterbacks who is having difficulty understanding the scheme of the system. So, I mean, it's definitely not a sell now window, but he's all upside, no floor. It's very depressing. And Unequivocally, the worst fantasy football piece of advice I've ever given in my entire life, and the worst fantasy football pick you could have made this year in fantasy football. So I apologize. Jared Fortune says need 2 PPR.
That was the one that we hit with the super chat.
Okay, copy.
Yeah.
This one is for Frick. This is James Webb. Shout out to you, James Webb. Good to see you, buddy. He says 12-team half PPR. Would you boys trade Quinshawn Judkins and Kamani Vidal for Derrick Henry? Ooh, I like this question.
Hoohames,
What you think.
what's the temp where you live right now?
I live. I don't know.
Is it cold?
It's probably 50-ish. Let me look.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's right at 50 and about the
Temps
range.
getting down here. I know up in Canada it's probably cold. You know what happens when it gets cold? Derrick Henry bodies people.
Yeah.
Quinshawn Judkins still plays for the Browns, and Kamani Vidal is useless in like a week or two. Go get Derrick Henry. He has a great stretch run schedule. He has Lamar back. All things are pointing up for him, and he hasn't had a lot of utilization early in the season, and they're going to have to play catch up, and they're going to do that by feeding the rock with Lamar and Derrick Henry. Make the move. I love it. Get after it.
I love that you said that because he's always going to be in the freaking game script, especially since they're playing for the football lives and the playoff lives. Great advice. Fantastic advice. Colby and the Cattle Dogs. That's my wife, and that's my wife's YouTube channel with all 3 of our pups. She says, hey, Mrs. Disco's in the house. Let's go. Alenda says, this one's for you, Hoohames. 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, and 2 flex. My starting lineup is Darnold, Monty, CMC, Troy Franklin. Glad you started Troy Franklin. We definitely advised for that. Darius Slayton, McBride, Jamo, and Olave. On the bench, Caleb, Spears, Sharp, DJ, BTJ, and Pacheco. Any changes? Well,
I think I like what you have. I think it's a good week for JMO. I think Olave is going to get a ton of targets this week. Like, what else are they going to do? I mean, Spears is on by. I think that's right. I think what you have is right.
yeah, I think the only area I would change differently is I think as is optimal, but I think DJ Moore over Slayton is probably the only different thing I would change, and then I would also consider Caleb over Donald. I'm just really invested in that game, which might be a trap. But yeah, I agree with Hoohames. All right, Bones, my guy, Bloody Bones. Good to see you, Big Bones Energy. His name on drafters is literally is Boner. It's not even Bone.
Incredible.
It's just great stuff. Great stuff. We are immature. We are adults, but we are immature. He says pick 3 in PPR: Judkins, Rico Dowdle, Swift, Monongai, Henderson. Okay, so Judkins and Rico unequivocally. If Swift plays, I'm going to say Henderson. If Swift doesn't play, then easily it's Kyle Monongai. Any disagreements?
I would have to have one of those Bears, and if
Yeah.
Swift's playing, I'm playing Swift. If he's not playing, I'm playing Monongai. Henderson, I get the upside, but Mike Vrabel is just hate coaching him, and I don't understand why.
Yeah, my only issue with playing Swift in that situation and Monongai is we don't know the splits and who's going to get the workload, right? We don't know if Swift is going to get in there and he's going to get 30% of the touches or 7% of the touches. So it becomes a little bit volatile there, where I much prefer playing one of them if the situation was clear. Swift coming off of an injury and his head's not completely there. I don't know if I could trust him as a definitive start. I just don't know the usage. I can't project the usage.
They did say that Swift is expected to play week 10, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, I just heard the news today that DeAndre Swift is going to play, man. Jeez Louise, that's wild. Oh, wow. God bless the United States of America. All right, this one's for Joe Frick. My guy, Kyle Monongai or D Swifty. Curb Nuts is one of my favorite people on the planet. So make sure you give him the best possible advice, because Curb Nuts is not only invested in the guy's FF Patreon, but he's just one of the kindest, politest. Politest isn't even a word, but it is for him. He's great.
I will hold the Curb Nuts with dear tender care, okay? I know I just mentioned
my Curb Nuts.
Caress the curb nut, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I know that I just said that DeAndre Swift expected to play. I'm still rocking Kyle Monongai over Swift. Or no, wait, what am I saying? Yeah, so I think that they're going to be in a 50-50 split. Swift, yes, he's coming back. I like them both, but Monangai, like, he actually plays more of the pass catching role, and Swift is a lot more of the kind of like the bruising back, which you wouldn't expect based on profile. So give me the upside of Monangai. 6 yards per carry last week. You have like Swift banged up. All it takes is for Monangai to get hot and he takes over. So I'm rolling with my guy. He was my only fantasy subscription for the week.
So going back here, is it Judkins, Rico, and Monangai?
Yeah.
Okay, copy. All right, Hoohames says, what's up? This is from Jay Lorden. Hoohames, you're up. He says, what's up, boys? We doing dart or golf this week? Cheers.
Ooh, like I was very, very in on dart. The weather has me a little worried. And like these are two of my favorite plays this week, but I think I would play dart. I think I play dart either way. Like I don't think the weather affects him as much as it will Caleb.
Yeah, dart is my QB1 of the week.
Yeah.
So just so you guys know. Halal Sobi says, I got offered CMC, Addison, Gibbs, Waddle, full PPR. Do I do it for Gibbs and Waddle? Okay. You got CMC and Addison for Gibbs and Waddle. Full PPR. Do I do it? My team right now is Hurts, Gibbs. No, I'm not taking that trade. As good as CMC has been, Gibbs is going to be much better, especially second half of the season down the stretch. I am very, very in on Gibbs. And Jalen Waddle is going to get all the volume in the world where, as much as I like JJ McCarthy rest of season, I cannot project that he's going to throw over 20 times at any given point in every single matchup. Give me the volume of Waddle and the game script there. Give me the volume and explosive upside of Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm not taking that trade. Yeah. Yo, Kyle Singer, good to see you. All right, this one's for you, Mr. Frick. He says, Chuba was dropped. Should I roster him as a Rico handcuff?
Sure. I mean, if you have people that are expendable on your roster that you're not going to play, and you are looking at a situation where you're feeling pretty comfortable making the playoffs, you're never going to play the guy that's going to score 6 points. Take the upside. If something were to happen with Rico, we've seen Chuba dominate that backfield before. So I like him as a handcuff. You would never play him, though. So I'm fine with it.
All right, I just saw that we got a $5 super chat. So we're all going to take a moment here to thank Arun Benny Thomas. Guys, if you guys leave a super chat of any amount, we will always bring your question to the very top. We always prioritize it. Thank you so much, Benny, for supporting the dream and helping the dream continue as a fantasy football content creator. It's tough out here, but it's great when we got fantastic people like you and all you beautiful viewers. Thank you so much for the donation. He asked Rashid Shaheed or Jordan Addison or Parker Washington half PPR. God, do I want to get weird with Rashid Shaheed right away because he knows the system? He's going to be there in every 2 wide receiver set. Like Cooper Kupp is borderline droppable. Torrey Horton was one of the worst pickups you could have made because it's Rashid Shaheed season. I'm going Rashid Shaheed. I like the game script. I like the quarterback situation. I like the matchup. Give me Rashid Shaheed all day. Anybody disagree here?
Let me look at something real quick.
What I'll say is I'm betting Rashid Shaheed first touchdown. That's what I'm doing this week.
I love that. I love that call.
I just think, like, if nothing else, it's a fun bet. Like,
and
I'm not going to go crazy with it.
Touchdown's more important as well.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, Rashid Shaheed is one of 5 players, I believe, that's had 4 receptions every game this season.
Every single game. He's as consistent as it comes. Now, obviously, that's with a lesser offense. He knows, once again, guys, it's not that he's on a new team. He knows this scheme. He knows the scheme very well, and he was excellent. He was a top 5 wide receiver within this scheme prior to his injury.
And we've seen Sam Darnold support more than one wide receiver before.
100%.
Yeah.
Give me Shaheed all day. I like Jordan Addison. I think he has a great matchup. But right now, I'm contemplating if I like Jalen Naylor more because it's a plus matchup for a slot receiver as opposed to Jordan Addison. Jordan Addison has a good matchup. Naylor has a better matchup. Whereas Rashid Shaheed, he's got a great matchup, great scheme, great fit. I think that was the best trade we've seen on the offensive side at the trade deadline, easily. Aaron Jones or Romeo Doubs, full PPR. This one is for Hoohames. Full PPR, Aaron Jones or Romeo Doubs this week.
If Aaron Jones is full go, it's Aaron Jones. He looked so good last week. Like, he really looked good last week. I did not expect it. I did not expect it. But yeah, he looked really good.
Yep. All right. Clint says behind because of terrible Thursday night game. Who'd you start there, buddy? Who has a high ceiling full PPR? Monangai, Loveland, Gatson, Cup. I'm going to say Monangai has the safest floor. The highest ceiling, I think, is Oronde Gatson. If you need the ceiling play, it's Oronde Gatson against Pittsburgh, who gives up the third most fantasy points to the tight end position on the year and the third most fantasy points to the tight ends in the last 4 weeks. And yes, you could say that Pittsburgh has corrected their defense by bringing in Kyle Duggar, who historically, with my New England Patriots, was fantastic at stopping the tight end position. But I just think that, if Daniel Jones is turning the ball over 6 times in a freaking matchup, it's tough for anybody to eat. So I'm not worried about the Pittsburgh Steelers riding the ship there and being good against the tight end position. I think it's a vacancy. I love Oronde Gatson. I think if you need the ceiling, that's your ceiling play. Unless Swift is out.
They also moved Jalen Ramsey as a safety now. So it's Duggar and Ramsey, which is pretty sick.
It's a good combination, but
Yeah.
I mean, he's still going to find vacancy. They don't have any tackle, so they're going to need to get the check down equity as well. Question from Axe. Please head over to the YouTube side. Appreciate you tuning in and supporting and watching. Thank you so much for watching us, but help support the dream by heading over to the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel. It means the world. Thank you so much, Eric. Thanks, fellas. Would you start Slayton or Pierce in the flex full PPR, and would you start Colson Loveland or Theo Johnson? This one's for you, Mr. Frick.
All right, yeah. So Slayton, he's kind of come on these last couple of weeks. He's had 6 or 7 targets, but I do like Alec Pierce just a bit more. Dart hasn't thrown for over 200 yards in the last couple of games. I do think he hits that this week, but I don't think it's going to be by much. I just like that Colts offense, and I like the matchup for Alec Pierce. So I'm going to take Pierce there for the wide receiver side of it. And then on the flip side, Colson Loveland had the big game last week. They ran over 80 plays. They're not going to run 80 plays. He's also not playing the Bengals. So I think that his upside is going to be capped by that. And Cole Kmet, as much as he's kind of useless in fantasy, he is a good real life tight end. So I think that's going to limit Loveland as well. They ran over 80 snaps. He only ran 30 routes. So it's just that disparity is too much. I think people are chasing points. I don't like it. Theo Johnson, he's kind of a secondary target for Dart. So in a full PPR format, I think I like that more.
Okay, this is Jared from the first super that we got here.
Yep,
Need 2 RBs. I believe we answered Henderson, Vidal, and then we said DK as well, right?
No, it was Henderson, Monty.
Yep.
Yeah. Henderson, Monty. Sorry.
Yeah.
I got offered. What about JT?
So that was in the question about the Addison CMC trade. He has Hurts, Gibbs. There was a J in there. That J is JT.
Oh yeah, keep Gibbs. Keep Gibbs. You're chilling. Okay, Otten or Loveland. Listen, the Patriots give up the 6th most fantasy points to the tight end position on the season, and they've given up the top 4 most fantasy points PPR format to the tight end in the last 4 weeks. Give me Cade Otton. He has a better matchup. The Giants are terrible on defense. The one position that they are actually good at and they don't give a lot of fantasy production to is the tight end position. So give me Cade Otton here.
Like it.
Who I don't know who answered last. I kind of jumped the gun on that one. I apologize.
That's all good.
It's your turn, right?
Yeah.
All right. Keep trade. I mean, you might as well cut me. This is from my guy Brainy Ballers. Shout out to Brainy Ballers, one of the greatest minds in fantasy football. He is literally the person in April who told you Jackson Dart is going to be one of the greatest quarterbacks. Not just this year, like he is easily by far and away the greatest quarterback this year, but he's going to be one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Our friend Brainy Ballers was featured on Barstool Sports. What? He was featured on Pat McAfee. Everybody was talking about Brainy Ballers in the SPS. Shout out to our guy Brainy Ballers, and this is the contest that Joe Frick's been dominating.
You know what's the craziest part about all of that is that his model is a projection from year 2 on. And he was so in on this guy that it's like even year 1, and it's like the takeoff.
Oh, I was in 2 dynasty startups with Brainy, and you have no idea how early he reached Jackson Dart.
And look at it now.
Oh, no, brilliant. I honestly, I've supported this guy, and I've been a friend before the fame, and I'll continue to be a supporter and a friend of this guy's. But I unequivocally, based off of the research, because I asked plenty of questions. I asked and I kept asking, and he answered everything top notch. He knows his shit, and it's a foolproof system. He really did predict Jackson Dart being one of the greatest quarterbacks ever.
He kind of reminds me of like the dude in Power Rangers who's in the glass case that like
Zordon?
you're not sure if he's a real person or not, but like he
Yeah.
has all this like wealth of knowledge. Like
Well-
that's Brady Ballers to me. That's what I imagine that he's like at home.
Well, listen, man. There's a reason why they call him Brainy Ballers. He works for NASA. The dude is a fucking astronaut. Like he is a rocket scientist. Like he's a astronaut, and he's creating fantasy football algorithms on the side for fun. It's just an inside joke. He's not an actual astronaut. All right, Hoohames, keep, trade, cut, BDE, Frick, or Hoohames.
We'll keep Frick, trade BDE, and we'll cut me because I'm vibes based this week.
Wow, man.
All vibes.
Wow. Okay, so this is an actual question for you,
Yeah.
Hoohames. Will you? This is from Jason Ortiz. He says, "Will you trade Dak and Hunter Henry for Kelsey? I have Danny Pennies, and it's Danny Pesos. Sir, he's not even worth the fucking pennies. As my quarterback already, looking to upgrade tight end."
What? Oh, big super. Dak, Hunter, Kelsey.
No.
Dak, no, absolutely not. Yeah, absolutely not. Like Dak's one of the top quarterbacks right now. Like who else do you have? Like, do you have like Josh Allen and Dak or something? I mean, that's possible with the way that the drafts were going this year.
Let me put this out there. Even though I didn't put in my rest of season video,
Danny
he has the best rest of season schedule for tight ends and fantasy football playoffs. That's Hunter Henry. You want to keep Hunter Henry there. We got a $20 super, and honestly, he's not even asking anything. He's literally just saying caress the nuts. So let's all take a moment to caress the nuts. He paid us, so we kind of have to caress the nuts.
I feel so objectified right now. It's crazy.
I'm okay with that. Pepper Tony says, "Sup pups, sup babe." All right, Frick. He said, "This is Jason Ortiz." He says, "Currently, this is still Hoohames' question because Jason Ortiz asked the last one. Thank you so much for the super." Curb nuts. That's very generous. Thank you for supporting the dream, brother. He says, currently have Nick Chubb. Should I keep him on my bench or drop to pick up Mooney, Keon Coleman, or handcuffs like Gainwell, Ollie Gordon, Jets, Davis, Rodriguez named captain?
Everybody's so charged up about Rodriguez being named captain this week. It's so funny to me.
I mean, it's funny that they done it.
I mean, like there's kickers that have been named fucking captain. It doesn't make them good. Fantasy football starts in your flex spot. Like, let's be fucking okay. Sorry, I've experienced like one of the biggest losses of my entire life, football wise, due to the fact that we've had stupid kickers several times. But I mean, all of them incredibly painful. But stupid fucking kickers cost me a lot of. That's why I hate kickers, guys. There's only one reason I hate kickers. I could find. I'll probably find the video and show you guys. It'll probably cost me some monetization, but I'll show it on stream later on. All right. So yeah, go ahead, answer it. Hoohames, Frick.
I mean, I want nothing to do with Nick Chubb anywhere, but he's not really droppable, right? Like, I mean, what are you picking up? Like,
I would take Gainwell. The only reason I would take Gainwell, the Steelers, they're always going to run the ball. He has like the opportunity to catch passes in the backfield. So it's like we know that if he goes down, the Steelers prefer to have one guy in there. Caleb Johnson still can't pass block. So they're going to have Gainwell out there in passing situations. So if you're looking for like upside handcuff, Miami's Hot Mess Express, like Ollie Gordon would be fine. Davis, like he has the upside there. I would like Davis a lot. Like pre-trade deadline, he would have been somebody that I picked up. But now that we know that Brees is there, like who cares? Rodriguez, I don't care that he's captain. So I would actually drop him for Gainwell just because we know that the Steelers are going to run the ball pretty much more than everyone.
Hot Mess Express might be one of my favorite things I've ever heard in my entire life. I would personally, if I do drop him, it's for Keon Coleman. I need the upside swing, and I need to go on an offense that I know is going to be competitive and playing competitive games and play for meaningful games. So give me Keon Coleman. He's the upside swing there. No floor, all ceiling. All right. I'll take this one. Start three. Must be wide receivers. Pittman, Jalen Waddle, Tet, already starting Rico, Jalen Warren, Kamara, or DJ Moore. Okay. So I'm sitting DJ Moore. I love Tet McMillan this week. Yeah. So Wan'Dale Robinson, Shakir, Tet, already starting Rico. Yeah. That's what I'm starting. Those three. Sitting DJ Moore. Currently have Jets, Davis, and Ayuk. Do I keep both or do I drop Pick up Golden, Tootin, Chubb, Gainwell, Amari DeMarcado. Absolutely not. Corum. I think Tootin's the most upside here.
Agreed.
All right. Frick.
Yeah,
This is from Matt C. Oronde Gadsden or Tyler Warren rest of season. Is it closer than we think?
Don't get cute. It's Tyler Warren. I know that Gadsden's popped out, but we've seen this at the beginning of the year. Quentin Johnson everybody was, look at me, like I got engaged and it's the second best thing to happen to me besides Quentin Johnson finally showing up. And then he's dropped stinkers 3 of the last 4 weeks. So he's having a good moment. He's having a good moment, but Tyler Warren has consistently been a strong part of that Colts offense. They had a tough game last week. The Steelers played him pretty well, but it's Tyler Warren. Like, don't get cute. He was a first-round pick for a reason Gadsden wasn't.
What was that? A Mason Dodge shot? Was that a shot at Fantasy Flock?
No.
He literally posted a tweet where he's like, "I got engaged, but the second best thing to happen."
Oh, is that who that was? Then yeah,
that
it was.
That was Fantasy Flock.
Okay, then yeah, it was.
Yeah. Okay. Shout out to Mason Dodd. Honestly, great guy. Basketball on call says Ben Johnson going to pound that rock. Hell yeah. Ryan Gaffner 21 over on X. Please head over to the Big Draft Energy YouTube side. Smash a like, subscribe. Ask your question in here. We'll definitely try to get to it.
You got another super, by the way, Carlos.
Oh, geez, Louise. Okay. Carlos, thank you for the another super. You've already become a member tonight. You've donated a membership, and now you're doing a super. Please save your money. We appreciate you. Would you start Christian Watson or QJ full PPR? It's QJ for me for all the reasons I alluded to earlier. I love QJ this week, and I've never loved QJ ever in my entire life. So it's QJ. Guys,
I'm Watson, but I'm the only one of the panel that isn't in on QJ this week. So
I'm lightly in on QJ, but I'm lightly on QJ more than I am Watson. So
okay,
yeah. They both have great matchups for thanks again for the super, man. Aram Benny says Rashid Shaheed or Jordan Addison. Oh, he asked that earlier in the with the super. All right, Bob Hope says Jennings, Egbuka, Adams, Keenan, PPR, pick 2, also Hurts or May. Thanks. Hoohames, this one's for you.
Egbuka, Adams, and I think I'm Drake May over Hurts this week.
I don't blame you. I'm Hurts over May, but it's literally 4 and 5. Could be 3 and 4 for me this week. Sorry. Yeah. Disco. All right. Tez Johnson or Parker Washington, half PPR if Tet McMillan's out. I don't think Tet McMillan's out, but if he is out for some reason, then I would go for Parker Washington for volume's sake. I think Tez Johnson gives you the ceiling. I think when we're talking about this caliber of player, we kind of want to go with the floor, and the floor here is volume. If Tet is out, do I flex Parker Washington, Watson, or Rodriguez? Frick.
I don't care that Chris Rodriguez is captain. I don't care if he has changes his name to Barry Sanders. Like, he's not seeing my lineup. Like, I don't care. Like, you have a backup quarterback. Like, stop with the Rodriguez stuff. It's so weird. I'm playing Watson out of that.
I love that. Start 1. Egbuka, Collins, or AJ Brown full PPR. What? Who is start life. 1?
Start 1?
What a life.
Start tearing up, Mike Rivers.
Egbuka, I guess.
Oh. Who do you have ranked highest here out of the bunch, Frick?
Let's take a gander.
I got AJ Brown ranked wide receiver 4, I think.
I have AJ Brown actually ranked behind Devonta Smith. Green Bay's really good at shutting down their wide receiver ones. I have Collins at 8, Egbuka at 9, and then I have AJ Brown at 19.
Copy. Disco, Pierce or Slayton? Fuck you for asking me this question, Boz. I'm kidding. Give me Slayton. Give me the higher implied point total game, more meaningful game in America. Give me that game. Sorry, was that supposed to be Hoohames or was that supposed to be?
No, that was yours, I think.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that was yours.
Cool. Frank, I just traded. This is from Galaxy Pickers. Good to see you again, brother. He says, I just traded Addison and JCM for Diggs and Marks. My roster is now May, Judkins, JT, Bigsby, Harvey, Marks, and Tootin, London, Odunze, Diggs, and Lamb, and Goddard, and Taylor. I'm 7-1. Good trade?
Yeah, it's a good trade. Bill is worthless, especially now that we just talked about Chris Rodriguez, their captain, and now you have old William over here still trying to figure stuff out. They're not really getting much run with them there. Addison, you mentioned this already. We talked about how JJ McCarthy's not going to be throwing it a ton. So I think that Diggs has the higher upside. You haven't really been seeing the targets with him as much, but I think that kind of normalizes out. My guy, honestly, you're 7-1. You have like 30 backup running backs on your team right now and so many receivers. You need to be getting a good running back too somehow out of this before the trade deadline, because that's going to be your downfall. Because unless this whole thing with the injury from J.K. Dobbins has some steam, like I don't really feel good about your running back two right now.
Yeah. So side note,
I know. I guess he has Judkins and JT, so I missed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he also has Bigsby and Woody.
Yeah.
Yeah. So side note, this is sidebar. I have way too much investment in the Chiefs, Cowboys, and the Cincinnati Bengals in my main league, and I'm like 6 feet from the edge of starting Mac Hollins this week. Talk me out of the Mac Hollins legacy week.
Didn't he's getting like 70% routes or something, like 60-70 every week, right? Like
he actually had like a decent game a week or two ago, and I thought of you, and I was like, I should have texted you, like Matt Collins legacy game part 2. But
man, I hate that we called the Matt Collins legacy game on your show, and then he fucking went out and he had a career game, like crazy.
That was the best call that I've ever made in my life.
It was. I mean, it's not as good as my Taysom Hill call this week, but it was one of the greatest calls I've ever heard in my entire life, and
entirely based on vibes too. There was no like reason or research.
So can we put those vibes into the ether? I need those vibes. Okay, Matt Collins. Right now, we're not. These are not Curbs nuts. We are smelling our stinky feet because
let me take off my socks real quick.
Yeah.
And then
can I comment? I want to comment on that last question real quick.
Yeah.
He's won that trade until next week when JCM is named team captain.
God.
That he's lost.
Yeah. God. Your humor is so dark sometimes. So dark. And like I don't expect it from you because you always seem like this like jolly, really happy guy, and then you just say shit like that. It's just like, is he really a nice guy? I don't know. Yeah, you're fucking the sweetest, greatest guy ever. By the way, folks, take a moment to go help our guy Hoohames with a subscription. He is so close to his goal of 500 subscribers. So I generally don't mind if any of you, we got 172 people watching on the Big Draft Energy X. Hello, thank you for tuning in. Head over to the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel, smash a like, subscribe, help support the dream. And then, please, if you're one of the people who are watching right now, go type in Hoohames on the YouTube cursor, subscribe, turn on the bell notification, head back over here. We are so close to helping our brother get to 500 subscribers. And I mean, the dream's to get monetized, and he's right there. We just need to come together as a community. Call to action, guys. All right. Which one of you's up? My bad.
I think it's me.
Okay. Joe Fallon says Quentin Johnston, Alec Pierce, or Dobbs. Pick one, full PPR.
Alec Pierce for me.
Okay.
And I'm probably the only. I think everybody else is on QJ. So
yeah,
I would like. I could just be wrong. Like I'm not seeing it. Like it's so crowded there. I think it's going to be a big Ladd and Gadsden day. I think they're going to, like you said, bend don't break, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what they're going to do and not let the stuff go over them. Like that's kind of what I think.
Oh,
I could be wrong. Like I was wrong Thursday with RJ Harvey. So
I think the matchup's good. The only thing that concerns me in that situation is the no tackles, like no Alt, no Slater, Alt gone for the season. It's going to be tough against one of the best pass rushes in football. So I think that's the one concerning thing for QJ. I agree with you there.
That's why I'm in on the short passing game.
I love that. Halal Soap says Pitts or Loveland this week. It's Pitts, not even close. All right, Henderson or Monangai from in Lucero. This one's for you, Joe Frick. It's full PPR.
Yeah, so for me, I'm not swayed by the Swift news. I'm still rolling with the fun guy, Manon guy. We talked about the weather in that stadium. We talked about the Henderson, like what's going to happen. They have guys off the street that just go in and score touchdowns, which is super cool. Shout out to Jennings out there doing his thing. So
God
I think
bless.
they both have good upside. Manon guy, I just like a little bit more.
I just like saying your guy, my guy, comment on guy. It's just fun. What's up? What's up? Who's Goats? Good to see you, brother. Once again, Curb Nuts, thank you so much for that super chat. Very generous of you, brother. Appreciate that. Jay Lorden, this one's for you, Hoohames, says Devin Neal or Quorum for a handcuff stash.
Devin Neal. Alvin Kamara has all but checked out of the season, I think. Like they wanted to trade him. He's like, nah, I'm good. I want to stay in New Orleans.
Yeah, I don't want to move. I don't want to move my
right.
family.
It's going
Why would I
to be
want to
probably
move?
his last year. Like, what? Why move?
Yeah. All right. No Cap Mac. This one's for Disco. This one's for me. He says Gatson or Kittle in full PPR does either have bust potential. I think anybody in football has bust potential. Look at Bo Nix this past week. He was absolutely terrible. He was despicable. It was one of the worst performances I've ever seen in football. Like generally one of the most terrible performances I've ever seen in fucking football. So Gatson is my tight end too. And shout out to you, No Cap Mac. Good to see you. Gadson's definitely my tight end too. I have him ranked 5 or 6 spots ahead of George Kittle. And yeah, they both have bust potential. Anybody in fantasy football has.
I saw a stat that said that Kittle's separation numbers are pretty down drastically from what you're expecting to see. So I don't think that he's healthy. He's just trying to gut it out with this hamstring thing. So I think Gadson's definitely the better play there.
I'm glad to hear you guys both off of Kittle because I'm having a hard time getting to him in the DFS stuff, the DFS draft stuff, like a really hard time. And I've been that way the last couple of weeks. He doesn't look healthy. He hasn't played healthy. I don't think. I think you're onto something.
I mean, ultimately, like I'm one of those people. I'm holding on so tight for George Kittle, and it's like it hasn't paid off. So I have to be realistic, and maybe he has one last breath left in his rest of season outlook, but yeah. I don't think this is the week I'm going to play him.
Well, you have to wait until Brock Purdy comes back. That's when you get that.
Yeah,
he'll have a 30 burger at some point this season.
Yep,
I'll lose that week. Yeah, like it's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine losing a week. Like it's fine.
All right, we got another comment here from Hussein. It says, Mr. Disco, guess what, brother? I just did a trade just right now, and the trade was Stephon Diggs and 7th round pig, and I get rid of my 5th. What do you think about it? Fine. It's you're not hurting at all there. That's a decent trade. All right, Mr. Frick, he says, this is Chris Moraga. He says, hey guys, first question, half PPR, Camaro or Mason?
So I have to pick one? Like that's just like
yeah.
Oh, that's brutal. It's got to be Kamara, but like I don't feel good about it. Jordan Mason just kind of sucks. Like he's even when Aaron Jones was out, he did nothing. So it's
when I look at these two people, like these two players in particular, I'm like, which one of you guys can take me higher in my fantasy football lineups this week? And unequivocally, I think the answer is Jordan Mason because it's Taysom Hill week. All right, his RB2 is weak. He has Gibbs, thankfully. Okay. 2, lost JD5. Should I start Love, Fields, or should he insert the Penix? Could stack with Drake London. Thank you.
So in non-DFS scenarios, I don't really care about stacking at all. I can't play Justin Fields despite the rushing upside and despite me saying that he was going to be QB6 on the season. Cleveland's just too good of a defense, and I think they're going to absolutely just have him in shambles. So really it comes down to Love or Penix. I will not be inserting the Penix this week. Indy's defense, they're kind of like a middling matchup, but I have more confidence in Love. So give me the Love this week.
All right. We got a guy whose balls are pickled. Are your balls pickled? Are you here with us, Sleaze, or are you gone?
He's finishing up. That's why the camera's
Dude,
off.
pickleball finals right now, boys. Center court. Just stopping in to say what's up. We'll get the dub. Peace. We got to go right now, literally.
All right, bye-bye.
What's crazy is I would absolutely destroy him at pickleball.
Probably. That was hilarious. Good to see you, Sleaze. All right, Dan Frick, the detail on the SPS applying to quarterbacks only year 2 and on is such a fine detail that I've barely publicized to avoid confusing SPS viewers. You have great attention to detail. Yes, love y'all for that shout out. Love you, man, for just being you. You're fucking him, the guy. Okay. Dermontti Dawson jersey is fire.
It's in there somewhere. I'm dyslexic. There you go.
63. Yeah.
All right. G Reyes over on X. Head over to the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching us over on X. But if you really want to support the dream, head over to the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel. Smash a like, subscribe. Once again, thank you for tuning in and watching us. Hopefully you're enjoying the show. We'll answer any and all of your questions here exclusively. Justin Jaramello, this one's for you, Hoohames, and thank you for tuning in, Justin Jaramello. He says, Alec Pierce or Darius Slayton? Thanks, y'all.
It's like the question of the day.
Yeah,
I feel like I've heard this like 30 times.
Well,
Alec Pierce was so good last week that he's confusing everybody.
It's been like the same 5 people mixed up.
Yeah.
And I don't. This one is closer. I think I'm gonna lean Pierce again. Slayton it's a dome in where he's playing, right?
Let's see. Giants are they're
no. Never mind. No. Why was I
bad weather game?
No, I meant Pierce.
They're in Berlin. They're in fucking Germany at 9:30.
Yeah, definitely dome.
Yeah. So that's why I'm gonna. And you got the weather situation, and that's what I would lean. Because
I think there couldn't be more distance and space between us here on this take. Give me Darius Slayton by far and away. I'm very in on Darius Slayton this week. I like in between these two guys. Give me Darius Slayton.
I would love Slayton to cook this week.
Yeah, it would be nice. All right.
This
one's for BDE. I mean, fuck, I have so much best ball exposure to Darius Slayton. Let's be real.
Yeah, me too.
This one's for BDE. Disco me, him, the guy, says trade Javonte Kittle and Garrett Wilson for Bijan and Marvin Harrison Jr. My only other tight end is Njoku, but Bijan is Bijan, so I'm really wanting to do this. I mean, this is my sacrifice that I'm making here. It's Bijan Robinson, honestly, is one of the greatest picks that you can make, but I'm not falling into this again with Marvin Harrison Jr. I really can't fall into this again with Marvin Harrison Jr. I will take the trade for Bijan, but temper your expectations with Marvin Harrison Jr. Yeah, take the trade.
Yeah.
All right. This one's for you, Mr. Frick. DJ Moore or Tez Johnson?
So I had DJ Moore at the start of the season. One of my bold predictions was that DJ Moore was going to be a top 15 wide receiver in fantasy this year. It has not panned out that way, but then he had the huge game last week. Tears of joy literally just streaming down my face. You know what I'm saying? Man. So this week, I think he comes back to earth a little bit, but I'm going to roll with Tez Johnson. We've talked about this weather situation in Chicago quite a bit, but I just like Tez this week just a smidge more than DJ Moore. I think that was more of a flash in a pan than anything else.
Nice. Hoohames, trade Terry or for Keenan? This is from King John James.
Oh man, things in Washington feel pretty bad right now. I think I do take Keenan. I don't like it.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, unless it's Dynasty, but even then, it's
yeah. If it's Dynasty, don't do it. If it's a single season, yeah.
All right, this one's for Disco. Says Njoku, Otten, or Jawan. Njoku,
probably wouldn't play Jawan Thompson. Don't think.
Yeah, I don't know who Jawan Thompson is. I think that's Jawan Johnson. But I mean, with all the players playing under the sunlight this Sunday, I want to target Cade Otton because he has the pluses matchup out of them all. He gets the New England Patriots, who've been giving up the sixth most. Cade Otton. He plays the New England Patriots, who've been giving up the sixth most fantasy points to tight end position. It's an upside game. He's essentially their wide receiver too. I know it's a toss-up between him and Tez Johnson, but the Patriots have been solid everywhere except for the tight end position. Give me Cade Otton here.
You do have a super about 5 below where you're at right now.
Oh,
right. Yeah.
Brainy?
Yep.
All right. He says, I turned down 2 mid-seconds for Fannin. Good or no? I mean, you're not going to be able to find another guy like Fannin when you get – and thank you so much for the super chat, Brainy. You didn't have to, genuinely. But But yeah, you're not going to get another guy like Fanon in round 2 or round 3 of your fantasy football drafts, especially with David Njoku, coming towards, I wouldn't say the end of his career, but definitely the end of his contract. His contract has not been renewed and picked up. We are definitely seeing a change of the guard for the Cleveland Browns. So I don't hate this at all. Like, you're not going to get, like, it's like the logic of like, well, I mean, if we trade away Quinnen Williams and Sauce Gardner for a bunch of draft picks, maybe we could draft guys like, Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So yeah, keep the studs. If you got a stud, keep them. Draft picks are useless, especially if it's that. What's up, Hoohames?
Yeah, so I was going to say, for me, I absolutely don't do this. Next year, whenever Cleveland fails at quarterback again, it can't be much worse than what it is now. And Njoku will be gone. Fanon will be worth more than that.
Amen.
I think he has an SPS of like 77 as well, which I heard is pretty solid.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that. I know it's close.
I love that. Loving that YouTube logo, Hoohames. Hoohames says he's working on it. All right, No Cap Mac. This one is for Frick. He says, how are you feeling about T-Mac with the hammy? Sound like he's playing, but it feels risky. Would you guys start JCM or Shaheed over him? Ooh, this is a great question.
No, I've pulled my hamstring before. It sucks. I would not recommend that for anyone. There's no way that I'm paying Bill over him. There's no chance in that in the world. I don't think I have enough confidence in Shaheed this week just with the team swap. If McMillan is playing, he's probably going to be. But I think you have to temper your expectations. I think a lot of people are expecting him to just kind of magically do better because the target share that he has. But that offense, it's really a running back situation. There's no passing opportunities there at all. So I will play him. I think he's a high wide receiver 3. I think that Shaheed's also a high wide receiver 3. So it's a lot closer than you might think.
Yeah, like, I feel like I'm finally alive for the first time when it comes to Tet McMillan. I'm really in on Tet this week. I like Tet. I like the matchup. The hamstring, yeah, I agree, it sucks, but just give me Tet, man. Like, this is the matchup of all matchups.
You got another.
All right, what's up?
You got another super.
Oh, God bless. You guys are so generous. And Lucero says Parker Washington, Slayton, Downs, sit 1 PPR. Hoohames, I'll let you go first here.
We'll go Darius Slayton here.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm good with it.
Okay. Where did I leave off? I have it started. Okay. I got to start right here. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm kind of new to Sleeper and was wondering, do I trade? If I do a trade right now, will it be completed before the games tomorrow? Depends on your format. I would ask your commissioner. Typically when you guys make trades, Frosty, do the trades go through immediately, like with the other previous trades, or has there been a wait, period? Because I don't think you're going to be able to get the commissioner to trade change the rules, and you might be, since the weekend has already started. But you could also view the rules. There's a little settings widget at the top right there. You could check on your Sleeper app. Okay, and then he says Dart or Darnold, also Tez or Watson. It's Dart. Dart is my QB1, and give me Christian Watson. All right, man, a pre-Achilles rupture. I'm destroying everyone in pickleball 3-on-1. I'm terrible with anything with a handle. If there's a ball involved and no handle, no stick, I'm good. But anything other than that, I'm terrible. We may get GTA 6 before Jordan Mason up. I told you guys not to draft him. Everybody who we spoke to everybody, Joe, at the.
I had so much of him before any of that news because I did a bunch of drafts and pre-draft, and I was in on him. And the walking boot didn't bother me because you'd heard nothing after the walking boot.
Yeah,
it was very weird the way that all happened.
I got burned bad. I didn't take him once I heard the murmurs. I was like, yeah, I'm already cooked.
Everybody who knows anybody at the expo was just. I'm gonna let
that stuff didn't come out until July, right?
It was August, early August.
Yeah.
And then the news broke after that.
Yeah.
Frosty says I'm already playing Pittman, and so do I play Sharp or Slayton PPR? Joe?
Slayton. I don't have any faith in Charbonnet. He may fall into the end zone. He may score you 2 points.
Yeah. This one's for you. Hoohames is Millie C says, I need one wide receiver, one flex. Jennings, J-Mo, Fannin.
Ooh. There's two I really like here. I like Diggs and JMO a lot this week. If you want to be safe, take Diggs. If you want the huge swing, take JMO. I probably have fun with it and play JMO. That's probably what
You
I
can
do.
play both. You get a receiver and a flex.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, play both.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one's for me, BDE, aka Disco. Is that Aladdin? Or is that what?
That is not Aladdin, no. That looks
Is
like an
that some
avatar.
sort of anime avatar thingamajig? I need season 2 of One Piece, like the real live action to come out. And I know a lot of people hate the live action stuff, especially on Netflix, but I thought it was great. I need season 2 to come out already. I mean, I'm very excited for Stranger Things. Very excited for Stranger Things. You guys Stranger Things, guys?
Yeah.
If it ever actually happens, it's been how many years? Like I don't even remember like the people's names.
Stranger Things comes out at before the month's over.
Allegedly, they're like the
No,
Joe
like
Mixon
they're
of,
doing the
fan-
pre-screening.
of
They
shows.
put out a 5-minute sneaky thing. Like
The
I'm
audacity of that. They've been making us wait for like 4 years. Like here's this
I'm
5-minute
so
thing.
excited for Stranger Things. It's going to be great.
I'll
it's
wait
literally
until
November 27th or 26th. It's coming up.
Yeah, and they're releasing 5 episodes. Then you have to wait again.
I'll
So
just
every
wait
episode's
until all
a
of them's out.
freaking movie. It's like an hour and a half, 2 hours every episode. It's sick. They're doing a great job. Need to pick wide receiver 2 this week. Pittman, Garrett Wilson, Jalen Waddle, Devonta Smith. Give me Devonta Smith. Actually, no. I have Michael Pittman ranked higher than them. I'm going to stick with my rankings. We're not going to get weird. I see the light at the end of the tunnel, fellas. There's literally 2 or 3 more questions, and then we got to move on. We did it. Frick, you did it again. Frick, Fannon's SPS is 10th all-time at the tight end position. That's wild. Out of 401 tight ends. All right, Frick, last one.
They do say about SPF, it's like the place with the golden streets. It's just
SPF, like the sunscreen?
No, SPS.
I thought I heard you say SPF. I was like,
I might have. I don't know.
Yeah, you probably did. You look like you've used a lot of SPF in your life.
Dude, I'm married to a ginger. I get like SPF 175 at all times.
I called Joe to ask him to come on the show. I was like, okay, so like random questions, scale of 1 to 10, how white are you? He's like 2. I was like, didn't see that response coming. Okay, cool.
I'm close.
I was like, wait, what?
I'm close to that.
I was like 10 being like as Caucasian from the Alps of Caucasia. He's like, I'm a 2. I'm like, all right. Flex start, full PPR, Pittman, Swift and Monangai. Come on, Frick.
Let's see. Indy against Atlanta. Atlanta's only giving 29.1 points per game to receivers in the last 3 weeks. I'm rolling with Monangai still.
You got my guy? Kyle Monangai?
Yep.
Love it. All right. Last one, Hoohames. Who for my wide receiver 2, 3, and flex spot? Debo, QJ, Tez, Pop Douglas, Parker Washington. RBs are Travion Henderson, Demarcado, Ja'Cory Krosky, Merritt, Charbonnet. He has Devontae Adams starting, Jonathan Taylor, and Josh Jacobs starting. So he needs a wide receiver 2, a wide receiver 3, and a flex.
Is that? Oh, okay. I'm going to be the different one here. I'm going to say Travion for sure.
Yep.
And then I'm going to be Debo, and I might actually. Does it say full PPR? Does not yet. Yeah, I think I'm Tez. I think I'm Tez over QJ.
Okay, for me, it's Pop Douglas, Pop Douglas, because when you look at the slots per game in the last 4 matchups that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have played, they have given up the 4th most fantasy points to the slot receiver in PPR format, over 16 fantasy points per game, and only behind Hunter Henry is Demario Douglas in terms of slot snaps and slot usage for the New England Patriots. So give me Pop there, and then give me QJ for all the reasons why I alluded to earlier for the X matchup that we like there. And then, Travion Henderson, I agree. Fly Eagles 39 literally started talking about freaking whatchamacallit, Stranger Things like 2 minutes prior to you jumping in here, buddy. We were talking about Stranger Things. These guys don't love Stranger Things as much as I do. All right, Josh Downs or Darius Slayton, full PPR. Give me Downs, man. Give me Downs. I hate playing guys who are in the overseas games, but give me Josh Downs. I think the game script, I think the high implied point total, I think it's going to be a shootout. I think both offenses are going to be good, and both defenses have a lot of vacancies where both offenses can capitalize and dominate. SPF, all right, you're still batting 900, frick.
Now that it's over, I'm just reflecting on all my mistakes. I'm so upset about this. Like, come on, man.
Brainy, you should hop on the show right now. You should hop on the show right now, Brainy.
She's like voice modulation and like a sheet.
Like the only thing that would cause Brainy not to come here is if he's, fighting off Thanos. He's part of the Avengers.
Maybe he's just like a nudist.
No, he's definitely not a nudist. He's a superhero. He's an astronaut. He's doing some crazy experiments. He's going to cure cancer soon, I promise. Christian Lamone says Wando Robinson or Chris Olave this week. Ooh, frick.
Yeah, that one's actually pretty close. But just with the way that he's getting peppered with targets, assuming this is full PPR, give me Chris Olave.
I love it. All right, guys, we made it. I'm proud of us. Good job. All right, so we're going to remove this from okay, and then we're gonna do this. Where's my banners? All right, we're gonna remove. All right, you guys ready?
Let's
All right, so this is the portion where we're gonna pick either the winner of the game, straight up money line. If you like the money line, we're gonna talk about. We're gonna keep records this time. Okay, so winner of the game, or the over or under or the spread. Cool. And we're going to go
from pick one, not both.
Yeah, just whatever you. So no matter what, you have to pick a winner, and then parlay it with something if you like it. But no matter what, you have to pick a winner.
Is it winner on point spread total, or is that winner total?
Straight up winner who is going to walk away with the win, right?
Okay.
Treat it like a survival pool, and then tell me about which bet you like. Okay.
Yeah.
So. Game kicks off at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. So you guys make sure you set your alarms, okay? Because we don't want another travesty and another situation that happened to us last week, or not last week, but the first overseas game in London. Game kicks off 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. The Atlanta Falcons are 6.5 point dogs against the Indianapolis Colts. The over/under is 48.5. Joe Frick, we'll start with you since you are our esteemed special guest. Who do you like winning this game straight up?
Straight up, give me the elite offense of the Indianapolis Colts. They went out and got Sauce Gardner, who is still one of the best cornerbacks in the league. I think it's going to do wonders for that defense. Atlanta's going to be a tough matchup for them, but I do think that Indianapolis bounces back.
Okay. All right. Hoohames.
Indy. Yeah, who knows which Falcons team shows up. It seems to be every other week. I think it'll be a down week.
Give me Atlanta, and I love them covering the spread, and give me the over. I think this game goes over. All right, next game. In America, in a dome, we got the two purple Nurples. We got the Baltimore Ravens, who are 4-point favorites, visiting the Minnesota Vikings. The over-under is 49. I believe that's close to the second highest implied point total of the week. What say you, Joe?
Yeah, Ravens all the way. I think that the over hits pretty comfortably. But I would take Ravens money line for sure. I think the spread 4 points doesn't feel like anything at all. Their defense is much improved. You got Lamar back, and they're hungry. They're already second in the division, chomping at the heels of the Steelers. They're going to get after it.
Also, chat, please feel free to get involved here. We're also going to give you guys please let us know who you think is going to win the game. If you like the over, the under, if you like the spread. We're also going to give you guys an 8-pick betting pick'em lock from each one of us, and then we're going to put one together between all three of us as well. We got a question here, Hoohames. So before you answer who you like winning and which bet you like, QJ or Juan Jennings PPR format?
I've got all the QJ questions, and you two like them, and and so it's pretty hilarious. I'm in on Jennings, but I'm assuming that they both like QJ here.
Yeah, I answered QJ before. I think Jennings gives you the floor. If you need the upside, the answer is QJ.
Yeah, it's just funny that I've got all the QJ questions.
I know it's hilarious.
And
All
I've
right,
won.
who you like here?
I love the over in this game as well, and I got the Ravens.
Yeah, I got the Ravens, and I don't like the over. I like the Ravens, and I like the Ravens covering the spread as well. Soon, go Ravens. Let's go Pepperoni. Let's go. Okay, there it is. Okay, cool. By the way, guys, do you know how much how difficult and how much concentration is required to make sure that I get every freaking number right and to make sure that I get the colors completely right to make these slides? Like, kudos to me. I'm going to pat myself on the back for doing such a great job with these slides. They're so good. All right, next game 3. We got the Buffalo Bills. They are 9.5-point favorites, only 9.5-point favorites against the Miami Dolphins in Miami. Our friend, what's his face? Our friend Dan, NFL DFS Picks, will be at the game. The implied point total is 50, one of the highest on the week. What say you, Joe?
Yeah, I still actually like Buffalo. They are 5-3 against the spread. They've won their last 2 against the spread, even though it is a larger one here. I think that they get it done. We talked about playing them earlier as a good defense in fantasy. I think the defense locks them down. I think that Josh Allen has a big game and they're going to cruise.
I respect that. See, there was supposed to be 4 of us, but Sleeze fucked that up. Now we're blocking his face. That's fucked. That's too close. All right. Thanks a lot, Sleaze. Okay, Hoohames.
I'm in on Buffalo's to straight win. I think the point spread's pretty close. I think it'll be 10-7 points. I'm not going to bet the spread on this game or the over-under. I think those are close. The bet I do like in this game, and we'll get to that in my pick'em. We could wait, or I could say it now, whichever way you want to do it.
No, let's wait.
Okay.
Because we're just going to run through these, catch up with the chat, answer anything,
Sounds
and then
good.
get into our pickups. I like Buffalo to cover by 20. I'm literally willing to ladder it up to 20.
Oh, wow.
Do you think that they'll fire McDaniels if that happens?
Have you heard the rumor that they've already committed to him after this season and that they're going to kind of move off Tua? I've not seen it confirmed, but I've seen rumors.
Where's this rumor coming from?
Tua.
Tua. Some of the people I listen to, I listen to a lot of content, and they generally have better insight to stuff.
I will say, shout out to Mike
McDaniel's
mother, because without his mother, he would never have the NFL coaching job. Just putting that out there. Shout out to his mother. If you guys know the story, it's a hilarious joke. KJ Frederick says, better flex start Slayton if weather is good, or Pop Douglas full PPR. I'll let you take this one, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that weather is going to be good. I like everything you said about Pop Douglas. It wasn't really on my radar going into this week, but Slayton wasn't even something that I was considering. So give me Pop Douglas.
Yeah, I mean, well, if it's the Mac Hollins legacy game, we are fucked.
We are popping it for Douglas this week, baby.
Yeah. Would you trade a big Pop Douglas for your best ball for your loss on Mac Hollins this week? Or would you rather Mac Hollins? Which would you prefer?
No, I need Demario Douglas to get 100 receptions, or I'm retiring from fantasy football content. So give me more Pop. Okay. I got like no Mac Hollins exposure, so I'll Pop. Don't care. Vidal or Sharps, full PPR. This week you got to go with Kamani Vidal because he's going to get the opportunity and the volume, and he has a safer role, even though it's not the most advantageous matchup. It's tough to protect Charbonnet. He's touchdown dependent, and sometimes the touchdown dependency isn't going to come, and eventually we're going to see the better running back start translating into more fantasy production, who is Kenneth Walker. So give me Kamani Vidal here. I don't love either one of them. Neither one of them are in my top 20. Here for the DFS takes for a couple sharp dudes. Shout out to you, Billy. You absolutely crushed the show last week, brother. You were 6 out of 8 on your pick'em ticket. Good
by
work,
the way, he needs to get a hold of me so I can send him the $5. I don't know.
What was the bet?
It was whoever we all bet $5 versus the winner, like whoever got the best lineup.
Oh shit! I didn't even know that. I forgot.
Yeah,
I'm
pretty sure you agreed to it.
Yeah, I probably did. It was a 2-hour show. I was probably sleeping. But yeah, gladly send him $5. He's in community first for what it's worth. All right, Dave Flynn says start one: Downs, Judy, or Tez Johnson. Hoohames.
Man,
Non QJ question, sir.
yeah, I know. Let's go Downs here. I don't love any of this.
Yeah, give me Jerry Judy. He has the best matchup out of all of them. So I'm going to play the matchup in here. And I know it sounds terrible, but I kind of like Jerry Judy this week.
That's
hard golf triples ships tournaments tomorrow. Golf or golf?
No, I think it's supposed to be. I think hard is supposed to say Jared Goff triples.
Oh, Jared Goff. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to. I'll hop on again in the upcoming weeks to run it back. You're always welcome, Billy. Even right now, you're welcome. If the wife's not home, I know.
For what it's worth, I'm huge into the Goff stacks this week too.
Yeah, I love Goff. Love Goff this week. Ravens, Bills, or Pats defense special teams this week. Gotta run with. Sorry, Frick. I was so good about not jumping.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Frick, please go ahead.
Pats defense or the Ravens. I've got the
or Bills or Buffalo.
Oh, or Buffalo. Buffalo easily. Yeah, I have Buffalo ranked 4th. I have the Ravens 12th. I have the Patriots at 15 against Tampa Bay.
Yeah, Buffalo. All right, next game. Speaking of the Jerry Judy matchup, I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't be shocked if we see Shador. I'll never forget, like the day after the first preseason game for the Cleveland Browns, I was in Canton, Ohio, and this lady came up to me. One of your American like big superstores there, forgot what it's called, like Kohl's. Was it called? Yeah. We were there, and Sleez's wife was doing some shopping. We just finished eating at the Waffle House. We don't have any of this in Canada, so I feel hella American talking about this right now. And this lady comes up to us. She's like, "You fellas look like you like football." I was like, "What? What made you think that? Is it the football jerseys that we're fucking wearing? The fact that we're in Canton, Ohio, which other than going there for football purposes is a fucking dump. Nevertheless, she came up. She's like, "That's Shador. He looks so good at football. He's gonna save us." I was like, you know what? Shador did look good, but there's no way anything is going to save your Cleveland Browns. But you can't say that because I believe Ohio open carry. You never know. As a Canadian, you're fucking terrified of every American because all of you have a fucking gun in America.
It's not open carry. You have to have a permit.
Okay, cool. God bless. All right. So you got the Cleveland Browns. They are actually 2-point favorites against the New York Jets. The over/under, the implied point total is 37.5. What do you like here, Joe? Frick.
Give me the Browns. I think that they get it done. They cover the spread. The Jets just got rid of their entire defense. And the most important part of the defense that they got rid of for this game in particular was their defensive tackles. So Judkins should have a pretty monster game this week against the Jets. I think they control the game on the ground. It's not going to be a Shadorable experience, if you will, but they'll find a way to get it done.
Shador. Okay. Who is?
I agree again. It's the Browns, and I mean -2, absolutely. Like I think they cover. Like this is one I would ladder up. Like I would probably ladder this 6.5.
I'm with you guys. Cleveland definitely covers, and I kind of like the over in this one.
I mean, if what you said is correct about them on the road always giving up 30 points, like then
their home splits and away splits are pretty insane.
Yeah, I know they are.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, I didn't realize it was that bad.
Yeah, before we go to the next game, Goff is super sharp. So you boys at the top of the leaderboards. Tillman over Judy tomorrow. Bank on it. One of them is listen, in my DFS lineups, I have staggered between both of them as a tertiary option. I like them both. Pepper Tony likes the Waffle House. I had my first experience with grits and potentially my last. Browns by multiple scores. Love Judkins in DFS.
I was Waffle House, sorry if you don't mind, if we have time.
Yeah.
I went to Columbus for some seminar thing I was going to, and we went to a Waffle House and we sat down. It was like 1 a.m. The waitress comes up and says, "Welcome to Waffle House. Don't try the biscuits and gravy." I'm like, "What?" I kind of want to try the biscuits and gravy now. Like, what are you doing to them? Like,
Oh man, don't tempt me with a good time.
yeah.
Well, I mean, what's in the gravy, right?
I'll tell you this: they were not good. They were not good.
What's in the gravy, right?
It
God
tasted
bless.
like yeah.
What did it
Like
taste like? Did it taste like avocado?
It tasted like soap.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Tootsie
cilantro?
Pop. Shout out to one of the greatest, most beautiful humans on the planet. I had the privilege of being her booth buddy at the Fantasy Football Expo in Canton, Ohio last year. Mrs. Tootsie Pop. She says, "Yo, yo, yo, Theo Johnson
up,
or
Rach?
Colton Loveland, and who would you start?" I'm starting Theo Johnson. I think Theo Johnson's probably got the better matchup. There is a vacancy there. And we were talking about this earlier. When you're like, even though Colson Loveland was great last week, he was only great because it was against the Cincinnati Bengals. Target shares probably won't be all but there. Whereas Theo Johnson, he's one of the favorite targets for Jackson Dart. Colson Loveland has a New York Giants defense that gives up fantasy production everywhere but the tight end position. So yeah, give me Theo Johnson here. I got Theo Johnson ranked 9, and I got Colson Loveland ranked 12. Anybody different?
I started the week different, and I'm definitely on Theo now.
Okay. Grits are disgusting trash. Apparently, you're supposed to put brown sugar and butter and all that when it comes to the table. But like, if I need to make the food delicious at the fucking table, why am I eating? Why am I eating out? Like, God.
Yeah,
And I realized
you basically found the road to nowhere, and you're just trying to escape putting all that crap in there. Like, you just don't waste your time. Just eat bacon, eat eggs, like eat the good stuff. Like, why? Like, it's like when people are like, "Oh, you know what we should do? Like, we should get Brussels sprouts," and it's really good because like we put all of this stuff to cover up the Brussels sprouts so that we can enjoy it. It's like, why would I ruin my bacon with that crap? Like, just don't.
honestly, man, when I had the first bite of grits with sleaze, I swear to God, I cried out like I heard thunder. Like, I got terrified. I cried out like I heard thunder, and it was just terrible experience. Hash browns smothered and covered is the order at Waffle House. That are all-star breakfast. Well, their cheesy eggs were absolutely delicious, and I got it with the steak. I don't know what kind of meat the steak was, but it was edible. And the cheesy eggs were just so good. American cheese and American eggs, like American fast food, like Raisin King sauce. Oh my God, what a revelation that is.
Always get an extra one.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that you could sub out the useless fucking crinkle cut fries or the useless toast or the fucking disgusting coleslaw for sauce or more chicken. So next time, I'm definitely doing that. You can open carry in Ohio, just can't conceal it without a permit. Gotcha. Good to know. All right, next game. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are only 1-point favorites against the Houston Texans. The over/under is 37.5, tied for the for the lowest implied point total. Davis Mills is at the helm. There's no C.J. Stroud. There's no Brian Thomas Jr. And I'm in pain right now with my America. Fuck yeah! Great comment there, Billy. Stat ATL. All right, what you got here, Joe?
Give me the Jacksonville. I don't really want to touch that over under. It feels disgustingly low, but this game just like when I think of the AFC South, like I think of this game. Like this is just like the epitome of how I view that division. It's just horrendous.
Like when I look at implied point totals, I'm like, can you take me higher? Because like right now it's way too low. And like when you look at these two teams squaring off, it's like it needs to be, a higher and implied point total. So it's like it's just tough for fantasy football. It's tough to love. It's a tough matchup. What do you like here? Who?
The other games, not this. Everything else. Like looking at like the game that we had on Thursday night is what I expect this game to be.
Yeah.
Like fully. I'm taking Jacksonville, I guess. Actually, no. Give me Houston. Like, let's do a little bit of split. I think it's a complete toss-up. We'll take the home team. We'll say that Houston's defense scores.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like Houston's. We've been here debating for days, like which one's the better defense in the NFL right now. Is it Houston or is it? You could say Green Bay. You could say Cleveland. It's been Houston unequivocally. They've been just dominant and really good. Yeah, give me Houston. Give me the under. This is just a gross. Actually, no. Give me Jacksonville. Give me Jacksonville, but give me the under. This is going to be a gross, terrible game. All right, next game, we got my Patriots, who are shockingly 2.5-point underdogs against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are at home. The over-under is 48. What do you like here, Joe?
This is a tough one. I'm in a league, a function where you have to pick 7 games, and I stood as far away from this one as I could. I think this is probably going to be the game of the week. You have Baker, feels like the chip on his shoulder kind of week. You have Drake May, who's just been absolutely crushing. If I got to pick one, I don't think. Oh man, I think I'm going to take Tampa at home. I think their defense shows up. I have Drake May actually as a low end quarterback 1 this week, but I think the home field advantage is going to do some wonders for Tampa Bay. I'd feel a lot better about it if Bucky Irving was playing, but I think that they'll still be able to get it done.
Man, I'm on my this is my one last breath for Travion Henderson anytime touchdown. Like it needs to happen. It needs to happen now. Like please come now for sure. Travion Henderson anytime touchdown. I need it. Hoohames, what do you like here, buddy?
I really like the over, and I like New England plus 2.5.
Gotcha. Texans outright all net games has been
That's what I've been over here laughing about.
giraffe battle, Jacksonville defense. Love the Creed reference disco. I don't know what you're talking about, Billy.
You just lost.
Did I just win?
You just lost.
No, I mean
You lost.
All right.
Yes.
God. All right. So Frick and I need to come clean. And unfortunately, Sleaze ruined this. Here, let me pull this down. We're going to take a moment. Frick and I need to come clean. Okay. Our goal today was to go the entire show throwing Creed references and Creed isms into our responses to see if you or Sleaze would pick it up. Now, unfortunately, Sleaze wasn't here, so it was just you, and it was just our chat. And it's been an hour and 40 minutes until somebody finally picked up on it, and it was.
I mean, you were getting very we ran out of like hidden things, like that one, like One Last Breath. That's like, even if you're not.
I'm like, can you take me higher?
Yeah.
Like 6 feet from the edge. Yeah, man. Yeah. So the Creedisms are there. Hopefully we can get all the Creedisms because some of yours went over my head. I'm not gonna lie, and I think some of mine went over your head as well. But we apologize, Hoohames. It was supposed to be you and Sleaze.
Oh no! What's funny is I've actually seen Creed in concert,
and you still didn't catch on.
I woke up 15 hours ago and worked 12.
Okay, no, I respect it.
Like my mind is so gone. Like when it comes to,
it.
like I'm focused on doing this. Like
that was fun.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: at the end of the day, he lost and I won, and that's what matters.
Yeah, I mean, we were really competitive. But like I was out. Like if we're talking about scoring, though, like
you definitely outscored.
I put up 500 points and then got disqualified for scoring too many fucking points. That's pretty much what just happened.
Well, you know what, Hoohames? I still believe that there's something left for you and me, my friend. So we're gonna be all right.
Just to clarify, I didn't choose the concert to go to.
Oh, that's a shame. I would love to go see Creed in concert. So I called Joe Frick, right, about this idea because we heard this great remix. I heard this great remix on the way home, and my wife and I love Creed. We love listening to Creed on the way home because it's usually like an hour drive home. I was like, man, like I got Joe on the show, and I need to know if he'd be down to do this prank. And like Sleaze ruined it with the last minute cancellation. And I called him. I was like, okay, 3 questions. You ready? He's like, yes. I was like, scale of 1 to 10, how Caucasian are you? He said 2. I'm like, okay, I did not expect that. Like 10 being very Caucasian. He's
Look
like,
at my backdrop, brother.
Yeah, listen, I get it, but you look like Chicken Little. You look like you live in SPS, especially if it's dark out. Daywalker. Second question, how old are you? He said his age. I'm like, cool, perfect age. Third
34.
question. I'm like, do you like the rock band Creed, he's like, I fucking love them, brother. His fucking changed completely. And I'm like, oh my god.
I like let my hair down and I was like, ooh,
Yeah, it was great. It was great. Okay, let's catch up with the chat. Hope this Bucks Pats game is a shootout. 12-man Country Boy Jazz says 12-man full PPR. Who would you start? 1 quarterback, 2 wide receiver, 2 running back, 1 tight end. Quarterback, Dart. Mahomes is on, so you're starting Dart. Running back, CMC, yes. Aaron Jones, Kenneth Walker,
Yeah,
Benson's hurt, bye, and then Brian Robinson Jr. is not even an option this week unless something happens to CMC. But it's good that you have the handcuff there. So CMC, 1 more running back. I would go with Kenneth Walker. Anybody going differently?
No, I agree.
Okay. Wide receivers, Olave, Diggs, Pierce, Terry, Ayuk, Jennings. So I'm going Jennings and I'm going Olave, and I would flex Diggs.
Yep.
And then tight end, you have no choice but to go with Njoku because Waller's there. And then, yeah, that sounds right. All right. Statty Tail says, can you take me higher? I've only been listening for 5 minutes. Nothing. Honestly, you also answered the last week's I had a really, really, really good question that I had there that had everybody puzzled. Nobody in the chat got it. Billy got there. 5 minutes, he got it.
Yeah, I had one that was opposing teams, and you're like, no, same team.
Yeah, no. I mean, I even wrote it down. You were getting too bold, said Kobe in the couch. Hey, Frick,
It's
how
true.
did you feel? How did you feel when you heard me drop the first one, though? Were you like, it's on?
Well, I thought that we were off, and then you did it, and I was like, oh shit, okay, like we're doing this now. All right, like let's go.
Oh,
it took a lot out of me to like not just like crack up.
When
you watch it back, you'll see my face because I was like,
I can't believe that you threw in the golden streams there. I didn't even think of the golden streams, and like the way you use it was fucking epic. Great, good on you, man. Tootsie Pop says, "What's up, who?"
I don't listen to music.
Oh,
I basically listen to music like maybe an hour a month.
I listen to like 60,000 minutes of music a year.
Yeah. Like I used to listen all the time, but about
do you not drive?
I listen to podcasts or audibles.
God.
Yeah, like that's what I do. I don't really listen to music anymore. Like I listen to fun, like the AI crap. Like that's more fun to me.
My dad has been sending me so much of this lately.
Stuff.
It's hilarious.
God, that's strange. Okay, just put some Creed in your life, man. All right, Tootsie Pop says Deep League start 2 out of Chuba, Leggett, Frymouth. I'm sitting Leggett.
Yep. Oh, actually, over Chuba?
Yeah, I'm sitting Leggett.
I think the one thing they veered away from it a little bit. They were initially doing like a drive-by-drive approach.
Yeah.
But I mean, with Rico being banged up, I think that you have an opportunity for a big game for Chuba if something does happen. Frymouth is actually pretty solid in primetime games. I'd probably sit Leggett as well.
I mean, one of the tight ends is going to be the wide receiver 2 for the Pittsburgh Steelers, so we got to go with upside. Leggett's to sit here.
Right, and like Tet is banged up and Rico is banged up, so they both have somebody in front of them banged up. Like it's like I'm still Chuba, but like I was just it was a pretty instant answer.
I genuinely want to know like when did the chat catch on? If the chat caught on at all? If not,
it was Bill. It was all Billy.
Yeah, Billy says, I feel like I'm in my own prison over here as the only one getting the references. I mean, seriously, what is life for? I love this so much. Thanks, bro. Subscribing. I appreciate you, Country Boy Jazz. If you have a moment, take a moment to go support my guy, Joe Frick, and my guy, Hoohames. Joe's got his podcast. That's with the Fantasy Football Advice Network. Hoohames has his podcast with Hoohames. Joe, do you have your own channel?
No, I slang memes on Twitter, and all of my stuff is through either the Around the 412 like podcast family or Fantasy Sports Advice Network.
I will say, man, you absolutely killed it today. Tech got injured in practice Friday. I would keep an eye out on that. I would too, but I've already bet on him, and I'm already in on him. All right. All right, let's do the rest rapid fire, get into the pick'ems because we're coming on to hour 2, okay? New England Patriots, 2.5-point dogs against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, over under 48. Frick.
Yeah, so I said that I was taking Tampa Bay here, but I think it's going to be close. I think it's a shootout, so I like the over.
Hoohames.
Yeah, I said over and New England.
Yeah, New England covers easily, one of the greatest bets, New England money line as well. And then I don't know if I want to touch the over or under. I think this has the recipe to potentially go under, so it's kind of scary. All right, next game. We got the Carolina Panthers, who are 5.5-point favorites, hosting the New Orleans Saints in the Taysom Hill Nuke Week matchup. Taysom Hill to the fucking moon, ladies and gentlemen. What do you guys like here? Oh, implied point total is 38, by the way.
I like Carolina to cover the 5.5.
Okay.
I do as well. They're 6-3 against the spread this season, so I think that's going to continue. And I'm not a proponent of the shuck yeah experience.
And
yeah, that's why I'm in on Taysom Hill, and give me New Orleans to win. I'm lone wolfing this one. Oh, okay, let's go. Next one. We got the New York Giants. They are 4. My dog Rocky's barking back at me. I love it. He's so cute. New York Giants, 4.5-point dogs against the Chicago Bears in Chicago. The implied point total is 47. It's nice to see something higher than 45 right now, because the last 3 were like 30, 30, 30. Well, the Patriots was high up there. What do you like here, Frick?
Give me Chicago and the under.
Okay. Who?
I agree. Chicago in the under.
Give me New York and the over. I'm not just saying to get weird and get different. Like, honestly, I believe Caleb Williams is going to throw a couple of picks. He's going to turn the ball over. And I think Jackson Dart's just going to run for 150 yards. It's going to be fucking biblical. All right, next, we got the Arizona Cardinals against the Seattle Seahawks. The over-under is 45.5. The Cardinals are 7-point dogs. I wonder what the vote's at for, like, who's going to upset. What's the vote at? New Orleans Saints, 23%. New York Giants, 32%. So Giants are the most likely to have an upset. So everybody's agreeing with me. Second highest is San Fran at 30%. New Orleans at 23%. And then Arizona last at 15%. People are scared of the Seahawks. The Seacocks. How do you feel about the Seacocks this week? What do you like going on here, Frick?
I mean, no hetero, but I'm all in on the Seahawks right now. You know what I'm saying? So I like the Seahawks. They're gonna dominate this game. Jacoby Brissett has weirdly been a QB1 in the last 3 weeks. He's been balling out, but that Seattle defense is just built different. So I think that they're gonna win pretty comfortably.
You think they covered?
Yeah.
Okay. Hoohames?
Well, which bird looks angrier, first of all? But like the Seahawks or the Cardinals?
Yeah.
Like, I think the Seahawks one looks angrier.
Yeah, I think so as well. I like, and that's why I like the Seahawks this week. That's all the analysis I got. I actually like Arizona to cover the 7. I like the under, but I like Seattle.
Wow, Billy just said Arizona outright tomorrow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Give me Seattle to cover and give me the under. I don't like this game. I don't like this game at all. I feel like
I don't like this game for DFS either.
I mean, like, if I do like it for DFS, it's for my one pay-up option, which is Jackson Smith and Jigba. That's about it. Like, it's hard to like. I think Shaheed would be a decent tertiary option, but is he a lock? No. All right, next game. We got the Detroit Lions. They are 8-point favorites visiting Washington. The weather should be a little bit weird, but we have a fantastic high implied point total of 49. Joe Frick, what say you?
Yeah, I'm all in on the Detroit Lions this week. They're going to cover with ease. The Washington team is just absolutely dismantled, and I think that Detroit can probably get close to covering the over on their own.
Okay, I love that call.
Yeah.
Hoohames?
No, I fully agree. Like, if you're playing DFS, pick 3 Lions, put them in. I mean minimum. Like, you pick 3, like 3-ish Lions.
Laporta, Goff, Jahmyr Gibbs, Amon-Ra St. Brown. They all could be ones at their position this week. I'm not.
JMO, David Montgomery.
No, fuck JMO, man. I do like JMO for an anytime touchdown though.
Like David Montgomery is a like, if you're not going to play the big stack, play Demon. Yeah. Like, that's how I'm doing it.
And like, you also got to remember, like, this team got knocked out of the playoffs when they were the #1 seed.
Someone just said that in the chat too.
Yeah, by Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I love that.
And like not only
Dan Campbell after a loss, it's like
yeah,
you don't want to be
I
on the
love
other
it.
side,
Like
especially if things are not going well. He's going to make things go way worse. Like this might be the first forfeit we see in the NFL ever.
That would be so sick.
I would love to see that, like the mercy rule, the Madden mercy rule in the real life NFL. I would love to see that. All right, next game. We're almost there. LA Rams 6-point favorites against the San Francisco 49ers. The over-under is 49.5. And we will catch up with the chat. We just got 3 more games, including this one, to go through. And then we'll also be doing our pick'em tickets as well. But we will catch up with the chat. We're still answering every question there and reading every chat. I'm kind of like Will Ferrell from Anchorman, where I have to read everything verbatim. So feel free to have fun with that one. Creed lyrics, preferably. Joe, what say you?
Yeah, so I had the Rams when they were at 3.5. This is expanded out to 6. I do still like the Rams to cover here, and I think it's going to be an under situation.
I love Kyron Williams so much this matchup. Hoohames, how do you feel about this game?
like I feel weird because he started every time and he said exactly what I've thought.
Okay,
On all
we'll start with you.
No, it's fine.
You're
like
up
I'm
first.
just saying. Yeah, I'm in on the Rams. Like they're gonna absolutely like remember what happened Thursday night. When they absolutely did not show up for a game.
And Kyron Williams fumbled on the 1-yard line. I think he
Well, he did get punched in the head before he fumbled the ball. So I mean,
Corum fumbled as well on that bad.
Yeah, that wasn't Corum's fault. You can't put that on Corum.
Yeah, everybody puts that on Corum, but Stafford, why'd he flip the ball like this to Corum?
Yeah, no, it's
what do you do? Why is there a rotation in your pitch?
That crushed me. That got me eliminated in my survivor pool. I was so upset.
Wow. Yeah. All right. Sunday Night Football. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers 2.5-point dogs against the Los Angeles Chargers without any offensive tackles. The over-under is 44.5. This is Sunday Night Football. Hoohames, what do you like about this game?
I really like the Chargers here, and I like the over. Like I like the over a lot. Like Pittsburgh, I know they played really good defense last week and they moved some things around, but they've not been good overall this season, and the Chargers have scored on everybody.
Yeah, I hear you. Frick.
Yeah, it's my turn to say that I feel like everything was stolen out from me for this. I agree. To removing the Steelers' bias, the only way that they have a chance in this game is if they're able to win the turnover battle pretty handsomely. I think that the Chargers are smart enough to attack the Steelers with the short passing game. I love Justin Herbert's completion prop this week because of that, and I do like the over as well.
Give me Pittsburgh, and I like Pittsburgh to cover in this matchup. I think that pass rush is just too good. Kamani Vidal is very inconsistent and unreliable. If you stop the run there, you're kind of dead. And I'm not worried about Justin Herbert running wild in this matchup because the 2 bookends are finally firing on all cylinders. So give me Pittsburgh. I like Pittsburgh to dominate. I'll even ladder Pittsburgh by 10. I love Pittsburgh in the Sunday Night Football matchup. All right, last one. I'll go first because both of you just can't seem to fucking figure it out. Philadelphia Eagles, they are 1-point dogs against the Green Bay Packers. The over-under is 45 here. I like Green Bay to absolutely dominate. I love the over. Give me Green Bay. I like Green Bay by 4. I've laddered it up to 4, so give me Green Bay. Money line, over, and Green Bay by 4. Why don't you go?
I don't like this game at all. I don't like anything about this game. Both these teams played down to their competition this year. I think I'll take the Eagles. Why not?
Do you see how everything's color coded? By the way, great work.
Yeah.
Fuck man,
it's pretty hot. Yeah, I like Green Bay just being the home field advantage. I think is going to be pretty solid.
God, I did so good. All right, let's catch up with the chat. Question for okay, we've got to catch up. Okay, this is from Billy. He says, question for the group: bull call for the next week out of each of you. Taysom Hill will fight for tight end 1 rights this week, and Matthew Golden will finally find the end zone and be fantasy football relevant. 2 bold calls. You're welcome.
We're going to see one in one of my pick'ems, so I'll tell you when.
Okay, probably Golden, because I don't think there's any pick'em for Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
Rick.
I got 2 for you. Kyle Monangai, even with Swift, top 12 running back this week. And then I also have Devontae Smith as a top 10 wide receiver, which I don't think is that bold, but I think he handily outscores A.J. Brown this week.
Okay. Giants. Hoohames, sorry, we still need yours.
Oh, I was going to mine's that Kyle Williams is relevant this week.
What?
Keyshawn, like he took over, he played all the role that Keyshawn Boutte would have had, and the matchup that for Boutte last week wasn't even a good matchup. So because he came in and was unsuccessful, I don't like Boutte might not have been successful in that role in that game anyway. So I that's the way to attack the Bucs.
Over Mac Hollins?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, no, like whenever you look at
nerve.
the props, you'll know why. Like
the fucking nerve.
it's like 18 yards or something.
All right. Fly Eagles 39 says Giants. Hawks, but Cards cover. Arizona outright tomorrow. Ooh, Detroit cover. Yep. Lions, ladder to 17. Lions revenge narrative from playoffs too. Great call. Best ball on call. Like on stream, a lot of sharp guys in this chat. You got to stay classy, Ottawa. Hell yeah. How could you forget? Knock me out of the survivor pools.
Yeah.
Over and Chargers cover. Rams, Niners cover. Rams always seem to struggle against the Niners. Chargers over. Green Bay, Philly, ends in tie. Birds cover.
That's
Chisholm is not even in the lineupisms. Get this Kyle Williams slander out of here. All right, Ruben 2 says, I just made 2 trades. What happened to Ruben 1? I just made 2 trades, Dallas Goedert and Josh Jacobs for Trey McBride and Jalen Warren. Also, I traded Ferguson and Sutton. I don't hate the idea of getting rid of Josh Jacobs, especially with the calf and Achilles situation right now. I don't hate this trade for you. You definitely upgraded at tight end. And then also traded Ferguson for Sutton. I don't hate that trade for you either. Honestly, I might think you won this trade.
It looks like he won both of these trades, but it looks like he lost his league last year.
Yeah.
His profile picture. I love that profile picture.
That's hilarious.
I love that profile picture.
Joe?
Yeah, I mean, I like the deals. I think anytime that you can get the best player in the deal, that's where I want to be. Sutton, he's been getting out-targeted by Franklin pretty handily and pretty consistently. Ferguson, we obviously knew a dip was going to be coming with CeeDee Lamb coming back, but I still think he's the number 2 option, and Pickens becomes more of the boomer bust guy.
Yeah, like honestly, Ferguson, Josh Jacobs, 2 of those guys are top 5 in my sell high now list. So great work. Bold call, Monangai and Montgomery both score 2 TDs. Ooh. Ted expected to play. Yeah, I mean, Ted to the moon. His longest reception is one of my favorite props. Joe, what's your Twitter so I can follow? He's in Community First. Just check the Community First group, and it's at Joe FRK. Joe's brilliant, Billy. He's absolutely
all socials brilliant. Except for OnlyFans. I have a different name for that.
Yeah, it's Joe Freaky Fridays with the footsies. All right. I don't know why. I'm so sorry. I don't know why. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right, guys, pick 'em time. I can go. So here's how this works, chat. If you guys want to tail these picks, this is real money, real money. We are each going to build a ticket where we're going to try to hit 8 props. We've been 7 out of 8 every single week so far this year. This is the week we go 8 out of 8, but we're going to safety. We're going to safety them. I won't safety yours, but I definitely safety mine. So the goal is to go 8 out of 8 to 100x our money. If you put 2 props, 2 bets, that'll 3 times your money. If you go all the way up to 8 props, it'll 100x your money. 3 props is 6x, 4 props is 10x, 5 props is 20x, 6 props is 35x, 7 props 50x, and then 8 props 100x. It's a lot. It's a lot. Okay. Joe, do you want to go first?
I got a question for you.
What's up, Who?
Why wouldn't we stop at 7x for the 65x? The 8th one is 100x. Shouldn't that be like 130? Like just the math of it? I've never looked at that, but it makes sense to stop at 7 mathematically.
Yeah, let's do that.
I've
But you
already
can't
put
name-
mine.
but
I've already put mine in at 8, but I don't know why I've never noticed.
we'll do that next week moving forward. Okay, so Joe, you already gave me yours, but I didn't tell it yet. Could you read it to me so I could type it out?
Yeah,
and tail
sure.
it?
So I've got Kamani Vidal under 50.5 rushing yards.
Okay.
Steelers are going to shut down the run. That's their MO, even when they're
Oh.
playing pass heavy.
So sorry to interrupt. By the way, if you guys want to tail us, tail at your own risk. Be a freaking adult. We are not liable for any losses, okay?
Yeah.
Only gamble what you can afford to lose. And if you guys want your first bet to be on the house, make sure you use promo code DISCO to double your first deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. I didn't do that disclaimer once, and somebody got really offended when Demario Douglas didn't go for 100 yards on one of my hot takes. Nevertheless, please keep going.
Yeah. All right. Second one, we got same game, Justin Herbert over 23.5 completions. I've got Mac Jones under 246.5 passing yards.
246.5?
Yep. Call me the Undertaker because I'm taking Zach Ertz under 36.5 receiving yards. All right. I got Kyle Manungai, the fun guy, over 52.5 rushing yards.
Your guy.
It's down
My
to
guy.
46.
So even better.
Oh yeah.
I got Jackson Dart over 198.5 passing yards.
205?
Yeah, I'll take it. Jared Goff over 250.5 passing yards. I'll still take it. Devonta Smith over 49.5 receiving. And if we're only doing the 7, I would drop.
Over what?
I had 49.5, but over 53 is fine.
Hold on. His rush and receiving is 49.5.
Then just do that. That's goofy.
Yeah, I love when they do that. All right, $5. We did not safety that because I trust you and your analysis. Thank you, Joe Frick. And we will read all of them at the very end. Hoohames, what you got, buddy?
I would not trust mine, but here it is.
I have put so much money on you, and every time it's like, what the? No, I'm kidding. Please go.
Hey, I was 5 of whatever last week, so
Yeah.
I did okay. I did better on my other bets. Quinshon Judkins over 16.5 longest is my favorite bet of the week.
Over what?
Longest rush.
16.5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like with Quinn Williams off the field, they give up like 5.5 yards of rush or something stupid.
So he'd need to get 3 times that. I mean, it's doable.
Yeah. Rashid Shaheed over 19.5 longest reception. I think it happens early.
Oh,
I think
is this the longest card? I love these.
we got 3 longest here.
Okay, I'm here for it.
None of them are me. It's tough.
You're not gonna like this one. Jameson Williams over 21.5 longest.
Why wouldn't I like that?
I thought you were saying no JMO earlier.
No, I mean you look at Washington. They play man defense at the 7th highest clip, over 33%. Jameson Williams ADOT against that's average depth of target against man defense is close to 25 yards. It's a great bet.
Yeah, Dalton Kincaid over 19.5 longest reception. He's basically hit this many weeks.
I hate how I can like retain stat information like that, but like you asked me what I ate for breakfast, I couldn't fucking tell you. Genuinely.
All right. Now we'll go to my Justin Herbert prop over 25.5 rushing yards. I locked it in at 23, but it's 25 now. He leads the league in rushing, at quarterback. I do think the Pittsburgh keeps the game relevant enough that he will have to run.
Cool.
And Rico Dowdle over 92.5 rushing yards. Just they want to run the ball. I'm fully in. I'm not worried about the injury. Travion Henderson over 3.5 receptions.
Sleaze literally just texted me saying so many scouts after your boy. Like, what? Scouts for fucking pickleball? He must be sarcastic. He must be being sarcastic.
And then Kyle Kyle Williams over 15.5 receiving yards.
That's the safety. Cool.
If you want a safety, go ahead. I'm not gonna feel bad.
I'm even gonna add a 0.10 for yours there.
Oh,
That's
nice.
dope.
Okay. So the one I have is Amon-Ra St. Brown over 22.5 longest. Hoohames, are you telling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
Michael Penix over 233.5 passing yards because over the last 4 weeks, the Indianapolis Colts have been giving up an average of 300 passing yards. And no, I'm not worried about Sauce Gardner because Sauce Gardner was doing fuck all when he was in the New York Jets as well. And they were giving up close to 300 passing yards again when he was out there on the field as well. Jackson Dart over 13.5 longest. When you look at rushing quarterbacks against the Chicago Bears, they have gone for, we even saw a guy like Stu Huntley go for a longest of 29. JD5 went for a longest of 18. So Jackson Dart over his rushing yards is another one of my locks. Whichever one you prefer, go for it. But I love the longest prop as well. Nico Collins over 21.5 longest reception. Tyrone McMillan over 19.5 longest reception. Travion Henderson over 11.5 longest reception. Olamide Zaccheaus over 14.5 longest reception. I love Olamide this week. He's one of my favorite DFS plays, and so is Jalen Naylor. And we like Jalen Naylor over 20.5 receiving yards.
All right. We got them all in.
All right. Let's catch up with the chat. Thanks, Eagles. Looks like I already follow him. His on OnlyFans, BBC Frick is what he called you. Stat ATL. He and I have collabed. God bless. What the fuck is happening to our chat? Rest of season, Love or Fields, 4 point per passing for quarterback. Jordan Love. He has one of the most advantageous schedules rest of season.
Yeah.
Wait.
He also knows how to play the position and won't get benched.
Fucking savage. I love it.
I will say he won't get benched.
Yeah. Fucking savage. I love that so much. So, guys, need a wide receiver, non-PPR, Golden, Slayton, or Demario Douglas. This is from George Play 01. Golden, Slayton, and Pop for me. If you need upside, these guys are all upside plays, but the guy with the highest upside is Golden. I think Demario Douglas is probably your safest. Joe, are you frozen? Oh, no, he's not.
I just feel very sick about this.
It's non-PPR.
Yeah, I guess I would play Douglas. Sure, Douglas would be the pick out of the three. There's not Golden could legit goose. The other two, I think, will at least get a couple points.
Yeah, he once again all ceilings 0-4, but the matchup is great.
I'm actually Slayton.
Okay, so two Pop, one Slayton, but within the realm of possibilities, Golden could give you a 0 or finally find the end zone. Slayton, highest ceiling of the group. Douglas, safest. Love that. I love that Dart over 35 rushing yards prop, right? I mean, like you're looking at average rushing. He's averaging over 50 yards per game rushing in the last 4. It's great. Tez or Slayton, I need to shoot for the moon. I think Slayton gives you the moon. Yeah. Okay. Slayton it is. All right, guys. So we're going to do 2 each. I'm going to put 10. I'll put 2 each. I'll put 5 on this. 2 of your favorite locks on the week. And we'll go one at a time.
Yeah. Well, I already said what my favorite one is Quinshawn over 16.5 longest.
Okay. Brick.
Vidal under 50.5 rushing.
All right.
I was going to say, I feel like you have to play that Dart one. That's such a great.
Dart over 37.5 rushing.
Yeah, that's money.
Yeah. I'll take Then I'll take the Kincaid over longest.
Frick.
Kyle Monunga over the 47.5 or whatever it was.
Yeah. Because it dropped from where you liked it. And then
I like Wan'Dale Robinson's 50.5 receiving yards, but I'm going to go Nico Collins over his longest again. All right. 5 on it. I got 5 on
Yeah, I hate you so much. Get out of my head.
Sorry. I grew up with that. Okay. That's it for the show. I believe we're all caught up with the chat. Thank you guys so much for rocking with us. These Saturday shows have been getting better and better and funner and funner. It is a marathon, and you need to be with it the entire show, especially when you have the Creedisms challenge. Joe, not only did you bring it with the Creedisms, you brought it with the fantasy football knowledge. Please let the folks know who you are, where you're from, what you do, and as long as you'll fucking love me.
Yeah, man, of course. So on the internet, they call me JOEFRK. In the streets, they call me Frick Nasty. You can find me pretty much on any social media platform, JOEFRK, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. But Instagram is basically just pictures of me and my wife doing fun things. I write and do video content for the Fantasy Sports Advice Network, FSAN.com, and I manage the social media stuff for them. I also do a show on Wednesday nights, 8:30, with the Around the 412 group. So the Around the 412 Fantasy Football Show with my boy Drew Hannis. Wednesdays, 8:30. Always a good time. YouTube, Twitch, all that good stuff. But pleasure being here. Great working with you guys as always. It was a lot of fun, and I'm probably going to go listen to Creed after this, so it'll be a good time.
Oh, we're going to listen to it on our way out. I was going to show you guys something on our way out. I guess it's Creed.
I will say Creed was good in concert.
I believe it.
But I mean, you probably it was a long time. How long? 25 years?
So let's go there.
20, yeah.
All right. Please let the folks know who you are, where you're from, what you do, as long as you'll fucking love me. And we're definitely playing Creed on the way out. We have to now.
Yeah. I am Hoohames. I have a YouTube channel named Hoohames. Very, very hard to find. Like mine just blown. Absolutely. Joe gets it. I do a weekly recap with Steve from Fanspeak on Tuesdays. That's the main show right now during the NFL season. I mostly do best ball and just talking ball. Like we're going to get into rookies and all that. Like basically a few weeks after the season starts, we will have a lot of our research done. We'll talk through it. Like we will be year round for sure. So.
Comprende. Yeah. Thank you so much, man. You've been awesome since you've joined the Saturday show. Thank you for being reliable. Thank you for not playing that stupid fucking sport called pickleball.
It is a great sport. I can't understand. I love pickleball.
Hey, kudos to him. Exercise is great. We're going to play one of honestly the Creed remix that inspired today's show. We're going to also put up a overlay here. I'm going to mute my mic up. If you two gentlemen want to leave because you guys got shit to do, I'm going to ride it out with a song the rest of the time, but I will message you both afterwards. So thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, everybody who tuned in, who watched, who rocked out with us. Thank you guys for your questions. Thank you guys for supporting the dreams, all the supers, all the generosity. We generally appreciate you guys. Please enjoy this Creed One Last Breath remix by the Atliens, ATLIENS remix. It is. I didn't think you could make One Last Breath better, but they did. All right, guys.